Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs. Because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Allegheny Vicksburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network, streaming on Bigfoot Legends 101.3 FM, 94.1 FM, 1300 AM, and on BigfootLegendsRadio.com. I'm Chris Rossetti. I'm beside the Bowl ball coach, Larry Weiser. We are here at Verichetti Field in Brockway getting ready for the Brockway Rovers, the Central Clarion Wildcats. Brockway comes in with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. They have won 2 in a row, including a 21-14 victory at Brookville last week. Central Clarion, coming off of that state title game appearance last year, struggled out of the gate at 1-3 against a very difficult schedule that includes 3 teams that have yet to lose a football game. The Wildcats coming off of a heartbreaking 24-21 loss at home at Clarion Limestone last weekend. Larry, these are 2 teams where this is an important game.
Well, I want to start by first saying the old ball coach. We're going to say experience ball coach, all right, instead of the old ball coach. Yes, there's no question. I think, watching film this week of Central Clarion, they have been getting better every week. And one of the things that I'll be talking about later on here is, just they've got to put a complete ball game together. And that's going to be very important tonight. For Brockway, they've had a pretty good start. They played Punxsutawney, obviously an undefeated team, and I like the things that they're doing. The last time we had them here, they got their ground game going, and watching them last week, watching the Brookville film, they continue to run the ball very well.
Today's game is brought to you by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and you stay for the view. Check out their indoor-outdoor event center, AlleghenyGrill.com. This is the Tenesta Builder Supply pregame show. Tenesta Builder Supply, two locations, Shippensville and Tenesta. Tenesta Builder Supply, family owned since 1953. The game stream tonight, sponsored by Oil Country Crates. Your products, our protection, oilcountrycrates.com. View of the field, Venango County. Venango County, there's always something to do in Venango County. Don't forget Apple Fest coming up in a couple of weekends. VenangoCountyPA.gov. We are inside the Station 101 broadcast booth. Craft food, craft service, craft beer. Station 101 pub.com. Station 101 in Du Bois. We're going to step aside here for the radio engineer. We'll be back in 3 minutes here on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, also streaming on Bigfoot Legends Radio.
We think Rossbacker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all on board Station 101 in Du Bois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in Du Bois, PA, crafted for you.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours, Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tenesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com. We're back here at Verichetti Field on Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football inside the Tenesta Builder Supply pregame show. Let's take a look at our Wiser's Wisdom brought to you by DE Sports. DE Sports, embroidery, scheme printing, vinyl, sublimation, DESportsinc.com. And Larry, when you take a look at these two football teams, what do they need to do to be successful tonight?
But talked a little bit in our first segment right there about how Central Clarion's been improving every week, and ultimately their quarterbacks play, who is a sophomore, didn't have a lot of experience last year other than playing JVs. I believe has gotten better and actually probably had one of his best passing games last week, even though he threw 2 interceptions. So, to start with, I think Central Clarion has got to stop the turnovers in the red zone. They have been very costly turnovers. And then also added to that is that there were And throughout the 4 ball games, the first ball game, second ball game, and in particular this last ball game, there were times they were down within the red zone that they just didn't get a segment. One play happened here, somebody missed a block here, we dropped the pass here. Those are things that have just consistently hurt them in some of their the ability to get into the end zone. That's it. On defense, Dave and his staff, Louder, does a great job of getting things together, and they've got their hands full, because I think when we came in here the last time, Brockway really didn't have much of a ground game, but since then they have very, very much improved. So I think one of the things that Clarion's defense is going to have to do is stop some of the big plays. Like that's what happened to him last week. Got a big play for a run, another one on a pass, and so forth. Those are things defensively Central Clarion's got to stop. Brockway, on the other hand, I think it starts with stopping Clarion's running game. Ethan Rex is just a true. He's a big back. He's got speed. He breaks tackles. I like the way he comes around the outside. He'll set the perimeter up by coming up and then breaking it back the outside, which most coaches would call that certainly in the field. Just something you really just see from your running backs. Really interesting how the lines match up here tonight. I really felt Central Clarion starting to get. They lost a couple guys to injuries. They're now getting that settled down. Last week they may have missed a couple blocks, but that again is one of my keys for them. So it'll be one of the big things is going to be the line play on both sides right there. Brockway also, which has improved the rushing game, is going to have to watch their the big play. I think one of the better receivers, not one of the best receivers in the league. And that is number 17, carrying the same number that his brothers have carried for all those years that they played for me, and that's Mason Burford, quite an outstanding track star. So stopping his big play, and that's what Punksy did very well last week. They allowed him to catch the hitches, but never let him really get that deep ball other than one pass.
Those are your Wiser's Words of Wisdom, brought to you by DE Sports. We're going to step aside for the radio guy. We'll be back in about 3 minutes and 15 seconds here on the YDL Sports Network, streaming on Bigfoot Legends Radio.
Are you looking for fundraising ideas? Does your team need sports apparel promotional items? Maybe it's a team store you're looking for. Call or visit DE Sports Inc. on Main Street in Clarion. If you dream it, they make it. Call them at 814-226-4871 and like them on Facebook. Dave Eastad and crew will take care of you.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. Eternally Clean Cemetery and Monument Service is the top choice for honoring loved ones with headstone cleaning and flower assortments. Call Corey at 814-227-9370 or Samantha at 814-227-9913 for a free estimate. Visit their Facebook page or eternally-clean.com to learn more. Let your loved one's headstone shine with their Resting Clean promise. Are you planning for retirement, looking for other investment opportunities? Then you want to stop by Best Wealth Management at the Corners in Shippenville. At Best Wealth Management, they'll plan, invest, and secure for you. Call Matt Best today at 814-227-2800 or visit them online today. Security and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC. Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempest Supply and Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Raised Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippensville. Tempest Supply and Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies. A good garbage company is like a good long snapper. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For a great, dependable garbage service in Clarion County, nobody does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsongarbageservice.com.
Located at 500 Broad Street, Red Bank Chevrolet is proud to be your new Bethlehem auto dealer, offering a wide variety of new cars and trucks, as well as certified used vehicles. We also welcome our Brookville, Pittsburgh, Katanning, and Oil City customers, and are committed to placing the keys of the right vehicle in your hands. What are you waiting for? Stop by and see us today, or give us a call at 814-275-2410.
Are you looking for fundraising ideas? Does your team need sports apparel promotional items? Maybe it's a team store you're looking for. Call or visit DE Sports Inc. on Main Street in Clarion. If you dream it, they make it. Call them at 814-226-4871 and like them on Facebook. Dave Eastad and crew will take care of you.
Back here at Brockway High School, getting ready for Central Clarion versus Brockway in a cross-region game here in District 9. Again, Central Clarion 1-3 on the season, and Brockway stepping in at 2 wins and 2 losses. Second time we've had an opportunity to see both of these teams. Larry Weiser, we saw Central Clarion get that win over at Keystone in week number 2, and we saw Red Bank Valley fall right here to Brockway in week 3. And as you've talked about already, these fall teams have both fallen as the season has gone on.
Absolutely, Chris.
And so had an opportunity here to discuss things with both head coaches. We'll start with Central Clarion head coach Davey Eggleton.
Here with Central Clarion head coach Davey Eggleton. Davey, been a tough start in terms of the wins, losses to the season, but you've also played a great schedule up to this point. Talk about what you're learning from your football team in some tough situations.
Yeah, it's when we looked at the schedule, we knew that we were going to have a meat grinder of a schedule. Our 3 losses are all teams that I believe are undefeated so far this season, and that's the type of games that can make you a better football team at the end of the season. What we've learned is we can't make the mistakes that we're making right now and beat a good football team. We got to come out and we got to fix those mistakes. Turnovers last week really bit us, and then the week before was just some poor tackling. So those are things that we keep working to get better at.
Obviously, you're not happy that you lost the game last week, but you have to be happy with the way that your guys battled back to take the lead in that game. What did you learn from that game?
Yeah, we thought the effort was great. We thought we had a great effort all week last week, and then this week we thought we've had probably our best couple practices of the season. So I think we're really starting to find our identity, our leadership is coming through, and that's going to be big for us as the season goes.
It seemed like last week you guys tried to become more balanced on offense. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, every time Carter goes out there, I feel like he's gotten better. Last week, he definitely looked like he was improved, and we're hoping that it continues this week.
You're playing a pretty good Brockway team, a team that's won a couple in a row now, that's feeling pretty good about themselves. Kind of a lot like you. They've started to find their identity offensively. They're going to try to run the ball on you. What do you guys have to do defensively?
Just tackle, make sure we're controlling our gaps and stepping up and wrapping up and tackling and not giving that extra opportunity, especially that quarterback too. He's dangerous when he gets into a scramble situation. If you get to him, he's tough to bring down, so we got to make sure we bring him down.
Thanks, Davey.
Larry, when you hear that, when you know that your football team has lost to Kirtland, they've lost to Port Allegheny, 2 teams that were in state championships, one in Ohio, one in Pennsylvania last year, and then they lost to a really good Punxsutawney team. How do you make sure that your guys still believe they're a good football team?
Well, I think you come back out and obviously when they reviewed the film, they talked about some of the positives, but also the things that they need to improve on. The fact that they played 3 teams that were very good football teams are points that you would make in a post practice talk. But it's about you becoming a better football team. It's still early, still the opportunity to come back and make the playoffs. And I think knowing Dave and his staff, they're very capable of getting their guys ready to go this week against this very good Brockway team.
Also had an opportunity to talk to Jake Heigl, and during this interview, you're going to hear Jake talk about how he knows they're playing maybe team who won in the record is very deceptive. And here's Jake Heigl and his thoughts on tonight's football game.
Brockway head coach Jake Heigl. Jake, you guys have gotten things stabilized here. You've won 2 in a row. Got to be feeling a little better about yourself than the last time we were up here.
Yeah, no doubt. I think you're starting to see a little bit of our identity. It takes a little bit of time to figure out what you're going to be offensively, but I feel as though we're starting to put that together, and I think being physical has definitely been something our guys have adopted.
I was going to say, you guys have become, getting back to maybe the Brockway football from when you were playing here, where it's more about the run game than the pass game. But talk about how those two things complement each other.
Yeah, that's the goal, is to be balanced. I think that we're starting to get there, starting to figure out who's going to be kind of the Robin to Doherty's Batman a little bit, and kind of meshing well up front. So if we can kind of shore up our pass game a little more, I think that's a recipe for a successful football team when you're balanced.
You know you're playing a desperate football team. I mean, this team that went to a state championship last year, they started 1-3, obviously, against a really good schedule. What do you expect from Central Clarion tonight?
They are a well-run program. They are a well-oiled machine. I think their record is probably one of the most deceiving records in the state right now. Really good football team. It's just the top 2 regions is District 9. There's no off weeks right now. And when you throw Kirtland in there, really good Ohio team, I think that's misleading. They're physical, they're fast, and well coached.
They're going to present a challenge, I'd imagine, to you guys defensively, because they can throw the ball. They've got a kid like Mason Burford who can go get it. But, they've also established the run game with Ethan Rex. What's going to be the key for your defense tonight?
It always starts with stopping the run, but when you got a guy like Ethan Rex out there, you've got to pay attention to him. I think there's still all-state guys running around all over the field for them, so it's going to be a tough, hard-nosed, old-school snot bubbler matchup, I think.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, thank you.
Larry, it's interesting. The more things change, the more they come back. For a long time there, it was all about teams throwing the football, but at the end of the day, you've got to be able to run the football to win.
You see that at all levels now, whether it's the NFL, the college level, and the high school level. I think those days of just throwing the ball 50, 60 times a game, you got kids that defenses on the field way too often, way too long. So the ground game, obviously, I think has made such a great difference in both of these programs right now, and it should be a pretty good football game because of that balance on both sides.
We're going to step aside here again for the radio guys. We're going to actually go to our field report first, and then from the field report, we're going to go immediately into our 2-minute commercial. And right now, it is time for our Central Electric Co-op field report. Central Electric Co-op serving multiple counties, including Clarion, Venango, and Butler. And I had the opportunity to do the field report, and here I am in front of the hedgerows here at Brockway.
Yeah, we're here at Brockway's Veristetti Field. It's like the Georgia hedgerows here at Brockway. It's turf field, so the field report here brought to you by Central Electric Co-op. There's not much to talk about. It's a turf field. It's warm out. Probably some cramping issues again tonight because it's way warmer than you'd expect from mid-September. But it should be a great game. And just remember, Central Electric Co-op, they've got the juice.
All-American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All-American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Why should you choose Nolf, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City? Why wouldn't you choose them? At Nolf, their sales are speedy and include upfront and straightforward pricing. If it's service and parts you're after, they have skilled technicians who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Maybe you need Nolf's full-service body shop offering top-quality collision repair to all makes and models of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Or do you want to cruise the highway in a clean, shiny vehicle thanks to Nolf's detailing service? No matter your needs, Nolf, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City is there for you. Find out more at NolfChryslerDodge.com.
Back here at Verichetti Field in Brockway, just moments away from Central Clarion Brockway High School football, midway point of the 2025 regular season. And Larry, hard to believe that we're already at the midpoint point of the season.
Absolutely, it really is. Especially the weather way it's been. This has just been a gorgeous start to a football season this year.
Well, it helps that, the season started in July. We wind down the Tenesta Builder Supply pregame show. I want to mention that Tenesta Builder Supply is your locally owned and operated home improvement center. 2 locations to serve you, one in Shippenville, one in Tenesta on top of the Dam Hill. Tenesta, Tenesta Builder Supply, family owned since 1953. Check them out online at tenestabuilders.us as we get ready for our coin toss here. The officials getting ready to bring out the captains here for our coin toss. It's the ceremonial coin toss, as you well know at this point. They do the coin toss about a half hour before the game, and then they have the ceremonial one right now. Larry Weiser likes that. I don't, as anybody who's listened to us all year, all last year knows. But the coin toss is brought to you by Red Bank Chevrolet. Red Bank Chevrolet for a great new or used vehicle, redbankchevrolet.com. Captains for tonight's game for Central Clarion, it is Hayden Heinman, Briggs Beckwith, Carter Heinman, and Charlie Upfull. For the Brock Rose, Colin Weir, Caleb Doherty, Ben Yale, and the best name in all of District 9, John Winnings.
You got that, Chris. Hey, Chris, do you want to go through some of these numbers real quick? We'll hit up. For Clarion, I'm going to go through number 9, Carter Hyman, quarterback. Number 22, Ethan Rex. We talked about him. I didn't talk a lot about Alex Love, number 32. He's a small, very quick back, has had some good yardage. We talked about senior, number 17, Mason Burford. Watch for him tonight. On defense, as always, want to talk about senior Charlie Heppel and number 32, Alex Love, and obviously number 58, Aiden Hyman.
Now, it looks like Brockway will receive the football to start this game.
And coming back on the other side real quick, number 10, Aiden Patton, he's the leader. He can pass, he can throw the ball. A high percentage of offense is going to go through him tonight. That's 2. It's got to stop. I like last week, some big runs against Brookville. Number 9, he's a junior. And then obviously Michael Zucchelli, number 5. Zucchelli, hope I pronounced that right. Defense, always look for Maddox Decker. He's the
Zucchelli's now wearing 56, Larry. Remember they
50,
flipped that
50,
on us.
I'm sorry, yeah.
They flipped that on us a couple weeks ago.
Right. And Caleb Doherty, he's had a very impressive game last time we were here and looked very, very, did a nice job against Brookville last week. But number 9, he's the guy, Colin Weir, just kind of stood out to me watching the Brookville tape, especially on defense. He just flew to the ball every play.
So we're getting ready for the kickoff here. This kickoff brought to you by Advanced Drainage Systems. Advanced Drainage Systems for all your drainage needs. ADSpipe.com. So back deep for Brockway here. It'll be Bash and Kennedy. And kicking it off is Danny Schweitzer, and Schweitzer's kick will be taken by Kennedy at the 1-yard line. He's going to cut it at the 10, and he is going to be wrapped up at about the 11-yard line. So great coverage to start this game by the Wildcats.
I got Briggs Beckwith, and I'm missing the other person. They were down there.
So they're going to mark him at
if I'm right, Billy Kell, number 25.
Mark him at the 12-yard line. So that's where Brockway will take a first possession here. This is the Eternally Clean first quarter. Eternally Clean Cemetery Services Custom Tributes. Find out more at eternally-clean.com. It'll be Patton and quarterback. Aiden Patton is the quarterback. Pat wants to throw it. He's in trouble right away. He does get away from it, though, and he's over the 15-yard line out to about the 18.
That's one of the things that Coach Eggleton talked about on his pregame, and that is this guy is a good runner, and he evades the pass rush pretty well. You just saw a great example of it right there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Colin Weir is the running back. They're going to go 2 receivers to each side. Central Clarion looks like they're manning up on those receivers. They are, and they're going to look to throw it here, and they throw it over here to Kennedy. Kennedy looking for a block, and Central Clarion swarms to the ball. They'll knock him down for a yard loss back at the 17.
And number 52, that is Brant Parker. Brant had a nice sack last week against Punxsutawney.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down. Is that Carrier Insurance? 2nd down went nowhere. Carrier Insurance wants to win. Now, T3 Brendan Carrier, good luck tonight. Carrier Insurance. CarrierInsuranceCares.com.
Trying to pull him off.
So out of the gun here is Patton. Here's a completed pass, and it's going to be enough for the Tionesta Builder Supply first down. Making the catch was Colton Kale, and he's going to be out over the 25 to the 26-yard line.
This is a short out. I mean, one of those things is he got off the pressure right there. And that's a timing route. That's one of those things that corners really got to come up in, especially when you got a receiver on line of scrimmage. I like to press them on those 5-yard or less routes, especially on 3rd down.
Just underway here, 10:27 to go in quarter number 1. No score. Brockway possession of the football. 7:30 start here in Brockway. Last one of the year at 7:30 at Brockway. Here's back to throw is Patton. He's in trouble. He's going to dump it off. That is Weir, and Weir's going to have another first down up over the 40-yard line. Still on his feet at the 45, out over the 45 to about the 46, 47-yard line.
Just a little dump-off pass there. Central Clarion's in a 3-3 defense, and that would have to be the responsibility of that outside linebacker. The middle backer blitzed on that play, putting Patton under pressure right away.
That was a 21-yard gain there for Weir on the little dump-off. That'll bring up 1st down and 10. Another Tionesta Builder Supply first down for the Rovers. This drive being built by Tionesta Builder Supplies.
Okay, North.
Out of the gun is Patton. He's going to put a man in motion. That's Doherty. He's going to hand it off here to Weir, and Weir is going to be tripped up as he reaches back to about the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Briggs Beckwith right there. Just a one-on-one tackle. Briggs been a very, very solid linebacker for the Central Clarion Wildcats.
So to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
I think this is what Central Clarion has to do is get them into these long passing yardage.
Carrier Insurance 2nd down. Brockway in its black uniforms. Clarion in its white tops, blue pants. Back to throw is Patton. He wants to go deep. There's some separation there, and it is caught. It is caught down there.
That's Colin Weir, isn't it? Number 9.
Was that Weir that caught? No, that wasn't Weir. That was that was, I think, Winnings.
Got it.
It's hard to see those numbers. Actually, that was number 0. Actually, that was Colton Kale. And Kale's going to be at the 15 as they move into the Red Bank Chevrolet Red zone, do the Rovers. 7-10 out of 15. You two drive into the red zone with a great newer used vehicle from Red Bank Chevrolet. Now they're going to hand it to Weir, and Weir's going to get over the 15 to about the 14-yard line.
And that's number 20. It's Charlie Hepp on the tackle right there. We're going to be calling his number out a lot tonight. I think he was the leading tackler, somewhere around 150 tackles last year for the Wildcats in their state championship run.
So call it the 14. Now they'll go in the pistol. Weir's the pistol back. Tight formation. 2 receivers to each side in the tight. They're looking to throw. Patton back. Patton's got all kinds of time. Patton rolls out. Patton's still looking. Patton under trouble, and he is hit as he throws it, and he throws it out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, he was real close to not being out of the tackle box there, but they're going to say there was a receiver in the vicinity, so it'll bring up a third down here after that incomplete.
Central Clarion went back in a zone coverage, and there just wasn't a receiver open, even though he got excellent time to throw the ball that time. Smartly getting rid of the ball.
So that's second down. Carrier insurance play doesn't go anywhere. That'll bring up Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning third down. When you get backed up, Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gets you moving again. Down to 4 on the play clock. Patton's putting a man in motion. He's going to have to hurry. He gets it off, just gets it off, looking to throw. Now he's going to scramble. Now he's going to throw it. Throws it towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. That'll bring up a fourth down.
Well, that's a lot of time for those DBs to cover back there. That's great job, Central Clarion, in the coverage there.
Brockway has a bit of a kicking game, but it doesn't look like they're going to utilize it here. It looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 9 from the Wildcat 14-yard line. 7:40 to go here in the first quarter. Brought to you by Turner Queen. This is the game's drive. Brockway has marched from its own 12 to the Central Clarion 14, but the drive has kind of stalled here at the 14 where they face a 4th down and 9. They're going to go out of the gun. 2 receivers to each side. Weir is the back. They're going to put a man in motion. Back to throw is Patton. Looking. Throws it over the middle. It is knocked down, almost intercepted. And it'll go over on downs to Central Clarion at their own 14-yard line.
That was Seth Dalen Allison came across there. Number 8. Did a great job pulling this receiver down the line. He was playing man coverage and undercut him to knock that ball down.
Well, 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats as they take over on downs. The defense bent, but it didn't break there.
Yeah. It's a little, I thought Brockway may come out in some of its running game. They pretty much tried to pass the ball down the field and had a lot of success right up until that series.
So Ethan told me today that he didn't practice at all week. They're going to flip it here to Burford, though. It's a flip pass to Burford. Burford trying to hit the edge. He does. He's up over the 25, close to the 30-yard line. That'll be a completed pass.
That's that little shuffle pass to Mason, number 17. Made a comment earlier. There's two brothers who were both all-conference receivers for me, wore that same number, Chris.
He'll go all the way up to the 30-yard line, so pick up a 16. I actually was talking about this on the Nolf Fight show this week. I don't know if we talked about it on the air or off the air, Larry, but I talked about maybe getting that play to Burford a little bit more to get him involved. You want to get your athletes in space, and that's a way to do it.
Like I said, he's one of the fastest in District 9.
So here they are. They're going to hand it to Rex. Rex trying to hit the edge. He is brought down, and there's a face mask, I do believe, here, as he gets all the way out to about the 35-yard line, and then fly come in. We'll see where
Ethan
they mark
does
it
a
from.
nice job of using his stiff arm right there. I would think.
Well, there's a discussion going on now. I don't know what this discussion would be
I
about.
don't know if they're saying that his stiff arm may have gotten up in the face of the
this might be an offensive
defender.
penalty. Be interesting.
But
if
it also looked like the defender did catch his head on the way down.
So we're waiting to see the call.
That's what I saw.
So there will be no play there as that play will offset as they're calling a face mask on both sides.
Yeah,
here.
Ethan does a great job of that stiff arm. He just got it in the face and probably got his hands on the face mask of the Brockway defender. Then obviously the Brockway defender tried to pull him down by the face mask.
So now they're going to set the ball here on the far hash mark at the 30-yard line, first down and 10. Hey, remember, you may not have representation on the field, but off the field, there's Zunder and Associates, ZunderLaw.com. So now they're going to put a man in motion, and they're going to hand it here. And was that Love with the football? It was. It was Alex Love, and he is.
They run a little inside trap with him. They primarily trap with Hayden Hyman.
No gain for Love at the 30-yard line. Second down and 10. Might have actually lost about a half a yard, maybe a quarter of a yard there.
Going to guess that you need to almost double team that nose guard, which was Ben Yale right there.
Second down and 10. It's a Carrier Insurance. Second down. Carrier Insurance cares.
See what happens over here. Last week they had a lot of success with the hitch.
Hyman's going to throw. Go. He wants to throw it downfield, and he has a receiver. That is
Brady Guth.
Brady Guth, where he's right there.
Right. Little out at the sticks.
It's going to be a Tonesta Builder Supply first down at the 41-yard line. Central Clarion's own 41.
Well, I'll tell you what, back over here, Ethan did get separation on that. I'm sure the coaching staff upstairs from us are going to want to come back to that.
They're actually
play.
next door to us. They're in the bleachers tonight, Larry, next to us.
Oh, they're in the bleachers. Okay, yeah, that's right.
First down and 10 after the Tonesta Builder Supply first down play.
Yeah, last week Punksy gave him about 10 yards. He gave him a little hitch.
They put a man in motion. They're going to hand it here, though, to...
So that's a counter. Actually, what is counter trade coming back?
That was Thalen. Thalen Allison.
Motion coming this way. Is that Allison?
Yeah, that was Allison with the carry to the 45-yard line. So pick up a 4 by Allison.
It's a counter trade coming back, Chris.
Second down and 6. They're going to now hand it to Rex. Rex tries to make a man miss. Then he dives forward to about the 48, 49-yard line.
About a yard or two short. The way they're going to mark it looks like 2 yards.
We're going to have to wait till they put it down. There's a Brockway tent over right in front of us, and they'll put it down at the 49-yard line. So it was a pickup of 4 on that Carrier Insurance second down. It'll bring up a third down and 2. Third down's brought to you by...
Kind of a long 2, Chris, where the ball's spotted.
Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. So they're going to go with 2 backs here. Out of the gun is Hyman, flanked by Rex and Love.
Look for Rex to the right here.
And there's Rex to the right, and Rex is met at the line, fights his way forward, and I believe he has the first down inside Brockway territory at about the Rover 47-yard line.
I'll tell you what made that play go is Alec Love. He assisted the runner right there and got the push-up.
Down to 4:35 on a running first quarter clock. First quarter brought to you by Eternally Clean. Both teams have had the ball once. Brockway drove to the Central Clarion 14 where it turned it over on downs. Wildcats are now inside Rover territory at the Brockway 47. No score.
They got a bunch formation over there, Chris. 3 receivers to the right.
And they're going to hand it to Rex, who's going to go to that right. And Rex, hard run, gets a couple yards out down to the Brockway 45-yard line.
Yeah, even though he's only picking up 2 yards here, 3 yards there, 4 yards, but that beats that defense up, especially, Chris, when you have guys playing a lot of guys both ways on the football.
Bring up a second down and 8. Again, second down's brought to you by Carrier Insurance. Carrier Insurance wants to wish number 53, Brendan Carrier, good luck. Carrier Insurance, cares.com, insurance and PA notary services.
And it's interesting to see what they do here, whether they bring Burford up along the sidelines.
3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw that way is Hyman. Now he pumps. Now he throws. He's hit as he throws. He does get it to Burford. Burford's going to get a yard or 2 as he is tackled immediately by Colton Kale at the 43-yard line of the Rovers.
Yeah, he just needs to get rid of that ball a little bit quicker. Picked up 3 yards on that. So by the time the ball.
So to bring up a 3rd down and 6. When you get backed up, Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning get you moving again. LutonsPlumbing.com. Want to shout out to Keith Boffman, last second replacement on the camera for us tonight. Special thanks to Keith.
Thank you, Keith.
Cameron County Keith Boffman. Might remember his son Maddox played quarterback and baseball for Cameron County a couple years ago. Here's Hyman to throw. Hyman looking downfield, and it's picked off. It is picked off at the 23-yard line. It was picked off by Ben Bash.
And if he, again, looking up there, Burford was wide open.
It was a hold on Central Clarion. That's going to obviously be denied. Yeah, they denied them. As Brockway's defense denies Central Clarion, where are they going to put the ball? I thought he intercepted it at the 23. They're going to mark it all the way back at the 20. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. This is what I talked about pregame. This has hurt them. So these untimely, especially when they're cross midfield and they're moving in for a possible score, these turnovers.
And sometimes happens when you have a sophomore quarterback.
That's tough throwing over the middle. I mean, that's one of the more difficult passes for a young quarterback to throw.
Now it's a 3-back look here as they're stacked. Right. And they're going to hand it to, I believe, Weir. And Weir's going to be stacked up at basically the line of scrimmage. That was a power eye, basically, Larry.
Yes, the old triple eyes, I think is what it was called.
I haven't seen that formation in a long time.
They actually played it before I started playing football. So,
they're going to do it again here, this triple eye.
No, Brockway over the years has run this, that, and the wishbone. And
the wishbone under Ray Reckner was a big offense.
The inverted wishbone, he every way you could do a wishbone, Ray did it.
So now they're going to pitch it here to Weir out of that triple eye. And again, Weir does a nice job of finding a seam on the near sideline and gets out to about the 25, 26-yard line.
An opening right there, to be honest with you.
I'll mark him at the 26. That was a really nice run there by Colton Weir.
It was. I'm going to pick a plug for Thayan Allison. I thought he did a nice job turning the play in.
So they're going to stick with this triple eye. They've got to make sure that those guys get it. Now they're going to keep it.
I think there was something wrong with the snap right there, Chris.
I thought it looked like it was supposed to be an option with him, but he kept it and doesn't go anywhere. No, Patton doesn't. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 4.
I mean, it looked like it was a kind of a fumble snap because he had to come back for it a little bit.
So 4th and 4. We'll see what the Rovers do. Central Clarion thinks they're punting. It would be a Daddy's in Clarion punt. You'll never have to punt on lunch or dinner when you go to Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion. It will be a punt. At least they're lining up for one. Caleb Doherty to punt.
He had some nice punts the last time we were
Burford is deep. It's a low line drive punt. Burford is going to let it roll, and then he's going to pick it up at his own 24-yard line. Burford trying to hit the corner. He gets out to the 30, out to about the 35-yard line. So you talk about being able to pick that punt up. He might have wanted to do it a little earlier, but he did pick up and stay the same yards there.
That's where Maddox the last time was really changed field position against Red Bank with that kick. It's they call it the Aussie kick, the Australian kick, rugby kick.
Get it at the 37 with just 25 seconds to go in a very fast-moving, eternally clean first quarter.
First time we ever saw it, I think it was against the Clyde Connie team that he did it, and we got called for roughing a putter. My argument was he could have been running the ball. It didn't work, though, Chris, the argument on my part.
Did it ever?
On occasion we won something.
So now Rex will be the sidecar to the right of Hyman as Clarion moves right to left for the radio audience. They're going to hand it here to Rex, and he's going to fight his way out to about the 40-yard line.
One of the more successful offensive formations that Central Clarion used occasionally against Punxsy, but I thought a lot against Port Allegany was that stack offense, Chris, I talked about.
Well, Larry, that's going to bring an end to our first quarter here. No score, Brockway and Central Clarion. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends Radio.
A good garbage company is like a good long snapper. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For a great, dependable garbage service in Clarion County, nobody does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsongarbageservice.com. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Back here as we head to the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Veriskety Holdings. Veriskety Holdings companies include Phoenix Incinerated Metals, Allegheny Electric, Veriskety & Sons. Check them out at VeriskettyHoldings.com.
Brockway's committing at least 8 to the line of scrimmage right there. Their secondary's up.
2nd and 7 at the 40. Here's a handoff to Love, and he's going to get wrestled to the ground for a loss of 2 on the play, back to the 38.
That's Ben Yale coming back somehow. I mean, he's kind of in that gap situation when they're pulling the right guard and right tackle. He's just following them. I mean, exactly what he should be doing. So kudos to the defensive line coach on the part of Brockway. He does it, and it came right down the line and made the tackle.
About a yard and a half loss, actually. We'll call it a 3rd down and a long 8 here for the Wildcats. That carrier insurance 2nd down play goes nowhere.
They're going to double team Burford over here this time.
Back to throw is Hyman. It's going to be a short pass. That is over to Charlie Heffel, and Heffel's going to go way down the field, inside the 30, into the 25, down to about the 20-yard line. Charlie Heffel, but there's a flag down at the 45-yard line of Central Clarion, and the Wildcats aren't going anywhere. This is coming back.
I was looking at, I didn't see the full play, Chris. I was looking over here to see if they were going to try to get the ball to Burford on that play.
It was just a little swing out to Hepful, and he found some room down the sideline, but it's coming back. They're going to mark it from, I do believe, the 45-yard line. So big penalty against the Wildcats. They would have had the ball on the verge of the Red Bank Chevrolet red zone, but the block in the back.
And here's a play that you don't necessarily
They're waiting
have to go wild on, Chris. I mean, they have in great field position to kick the ball. I mean, personally, I'd be looking at some inside trap screen. Or last game, they or a couple games ago, they did a really nice draw.
Bring up a 3rd down and 12 here. 11 minutes to go in the Veriskety Holdings second quarter. Out of the gun, they're going to go 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. They're going to throw it here. Happen to scramble. Now throwing it and getting it out short of the 1st down. That was Briggs Beckwith.
They set up a double screen, and Brockway's defense had them both covered.
So Beckwith will be stopped at the 36-yard line. Way short. They're going to give him a yard on the play.
Right.
That'll bring up a Daddies and Clarion punting situation. Who's the Central Clarion punter?
Is that my soccer player?
Jackson Maravitz is the kicker. Number 18. And Maravitz, high kick.
See if they get a roll here.
And it will be down at the 30-yard line. That's where Brockway will take over at its own. Actually, that was Logan Bish. That was number 10.
Logan, that's what I thought. Who, by the way, our North Clarion soccer team's undefeated, and he's probably one of the best goalies in District 9, Chris. I think you're well aware of that.
I'm going to mark it at the Brockway 32. 32 after the ball was downed. It was a 32-yard punt, but it was very high, so no chance at a return. 10-11 to go here in the second quarter. No score between Central Clarion and Brockway here at Brockway's Verichetti Field. First down and 10. Out of the gun is Patton. He's flanked by Weir. He wants to throw, wants to go deep. One-on-one coverage, and he overthrows Caleb Doherty over there on the far side. Speaking of great soccer players, Caleb Doherty won as well, Larry.
Burford had pretty good coverage there, running almost stride to stride with him.
When Larry talks about North Clarion the way he does with pride, folks, that's because Larry is the athletic director at North Clarion.
Well,
traded in his black and orange of Clarion for the purple and gold
Well,
of
I
North
still
Clarion.
have some of that black and orange and blue and orange, and actually quite a bit in my closet. But 40-some years, that black and gold, or black and orange, or black and
They're
gold.
going to come out of the pistol here. Patton back to throw again. Patton steps up. Patton wants to run, and then who picked him up? That was
That's
Briggs
Rick.
Beckwith with the sack all the way back at about 1 yard.
What a tackle. I'm going to use the term, he ripped his legs out from under him.
They're marking all the way back at the 23, actually, so a loss of 9 on the play.
I would assume on the sideline over there right now that Coach Louder and his people are yelling, watch the screen and draw. In fact, that was used to be able to draw it on the sideline.
So 3rd and 19. When you get this backed up, Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gets you moving again. LutonsPlumbing.com.
Clarion needs a Larson play right here.
Larson's garbage service play for a loss. They just had one. And now we're going to have, I believe, a timeout called by Brockway, we think. I'm waiting for an official indication here. No, there's a flag. Nope, they called the timeout. That's what I was pretty sure of that. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends Radio.
Fran Morelli Sales and Service is a family-owned and operated used car dealership and auto repair facility that has been serving Brockway, Pennsylvania since 1976. At Fran Morelli Sales and Service, we stock a wide variety of used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. You never have to worry about buying a vehicle from us, with each of our vehicles in our inventory going through a rigorous inspection process to make sure that your vehicle is in the best condition. Call our team of experts today at 814-265-1330 and check us out at franmorelli.com.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Coming out of the Ross Becker timeout, it is 3rd down and 19 for Brockway at their own 23-yard line. Never let life give you a timeout. Get things going again when things go bad. Ross Becker Insurance, with 3 locations to serve you in Seneca, next to Sheets on the way to Cranberry High School, also in Northeast and Corey. Give Brad Allen and his team a call or check them out at teamrossbecker.com. That's Bacher. Out of the gun. Patton wants to throw.
Looking deep.
Patton goes shallow.
And that's Charlie Hepple over there, number 20.
That was Ben Bash on the reception.
He's not a big linebacker, but man, when he tackles. He is a hard hitter.
Tackled him at the 24, so just a pickup of a yard, and that'll bring up a 4th down, and that'll bring up a Daddy's in Clarion punting situation. Should have gotten in this week, Larry. Could have gotten Rossetti's. Yes,
Yeah, I heard about that.
Pasta fajoule.
Yeah.
Dana Treese, the owner, named it after me because I kept bugging him for it. I didn't actually make it, not my recipe. All Dana, but he named it after me because I kept bugging him about having it again because I love it so much. So here's Doherty to kick.
Geez.
It's a high punt. It's Rex underneath it at the 40-yard line. His own 40. Cuts it at the 42, and he'll go down at about the 43, 44, maybe the 45-yard line.
That's great coverage by Brockway's special teams right there. And a good punt.
Punt of 36 yards, I do believe, and they're going to mark it at the 44-yard line. So Central Clarion will take over at its own 44.
Pretty good field position here, Chris.
8:23 to play here in quarter number 2, brought to you by Verichetti Holdings, including Phoenix Generated Metals right here in Brockway, PA.
Way this game's moving, it could be the team that makes the worst mistake, Chris. Both playing very solid defensively.
They're going to go receiver to each side. Sidecar is Rex. Out of the gun is Hyman. He wants to throw. He's going to go deep.
He has him open.
Burford has it, and it goes right through his arms. Oh, my goodness. Ethan Burford had himself a touchdown. It went right through his arms, and you just don't see Ethan Burford drop a football like that very often.
He had to look over the back of his head right there. Yeah, he'll dream of that thing tonight several times.
Central Clarion got exactly what they wanted down that near side or far sideline. They had Burford, who ran right by the defensive back, was wide open. The throw was there. He dropped it in the bucket, went right through Burford's arms.
And he's done it earlier. I mean, he's gotten open like that. I would come back to that play later on there.
Carrier Insurance, second down now. This time it's going to be a run by Rex to the near side. Rex cuts it up. Rex punishing people out across midfield to about the 49-yard line of Brockway.
And number 15 makes a solid, Skylar Logan makes a solid hit on that play.
Pickup of 7 on the play, 3rd down and 3, so you couldn't have asked for anything more if you're the Wildcats there than a great hard run by Burford. Or not by Burford, excuse me, by Rex. Is Burford checking back in now?
Got a
receiver to each side. Beck with the wing back. They're going to keep it with Hyman, and Hyman on the ground is going to pick up the first down and more, pushed out of bounds at about the 43-yard line, but that's going to be enough for a Tennessee Builder Supply first down.
Excellent call there. Excellent call by Coach Eggleton.
So, last year you saw a lot of that with Jace Ferguson. Obviously a different type of quarterback, not as quick as Carter Hyman, but
and Carter has size. Like I talked about the Keystone game, when he starts lowering his shoulder, and there's a little thing called a blaster we used to practice sending our backs through, and we occasionally send our quarterbacks through there too.
So first down now, and now we're going to have, I believe, a timeout. We do. It is a timeout by Central Clarion. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media's Bigfoot Legends.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
We back, Chris?
We are back, Larry.
Chris, I want to talk about the Slake family. You know, every community needs a group. I just watched Vance, who used to be a great football player back in the 70s for us, and just come out and gave the officials water. I mean, they're a legendary family in the
every
community.
program has these guys that just love the high school football so much that they're willing to do anything to help out. So here we are in 3rd down, looking to throw, he brings Big Beckwith inside the 10, the 5, and it's a Tempa touchdown for the Wildcats and Briggs Beckwith, but there's a flag down at the 49-yard line. We'll find out what this is, but I have a feeling it's coming back.
Unless they informed them beforehand, I'm not sure that the officials picked up how they aligned on that. That was a legal alignment.
So they're going to talk about it.
They're going to say too many people in the backfield, which wasn't the case. I think they call that the Billy play. I'm trying to remember what that was.
You know, if that's the problem, though, if that's the case, you've got to inform those guys that good coaches will let. I'm not saying this didn't happen. I'm just saying good coaches let people know about formations and stuff. But now coming over to talk to David Eagleton, so I'm not sure that this was on. This might have been on Brockway.
I think.
We'll find out what this is. Right now, for the moment, Central Clarion has taken the lead.
No, they're not. They're trying to call their defense back. Yeah. So I don't know. They had two people off on the left side. Okay. The tight end on that side, or the actually lined up as the tackle, was Charlie Heppel. All right. So you had two receivers or like two wing backs. Then you had a guard, center, guard, tackle, tight end, and you had an X up on the line. I thought it was right. I'd like to see the film on that.
Well, Larry, after the game, I guess you can watch it, but it doesn't really make.
But it is, you know,
what it is. The officials called the penalty, and
it was a learning lesson for me one time. We did the play, and we got caught with it. All right, so
it takes the touchdown off the board, and it'll be first down and 15 now from the 48 of Brockway. Looking to throw it. It's a hitch and go for Burford, and this time he can't quite make the catch. I thought he was going to
make a
great catch at the 15, and it comes as he hits the ground. It comes out.
I think that Xavier Squitter, if I'm right. I'm going to try to pick up the number there. They come in at the last moment to knock it down.
I love the concept, though, there, Larry. It was a hitch and go, basically, and the defensive back got caught thinking it was going to be a short pass, and then Burford went, and with that speed, you don't see that play in high school football very often. I really like that concept.
Well, that's what last week, the very success. By the way, that was Ben Bash. I'm sorry.
The defensive back. It's hard to tell. These Brockway red on black numbers, very difficult to see. They're great uniforms, but they just have difficulty to see them. Here's Hyman, and he's in trouble. Hyman trying to get out of the sack. He'll about a yard.
Addicts 55. Now 55 comes in there, and that's Blake Mowry making the tackle there. And I might add an angry tackle.
So it'll be third down and 14 after that. Carrier Insurance second down play only goes for a yard as Hyman was running for his life. Down to 6:40 to play here in the second quarter, brought to you by Verichetti Holdings. No score, Central Clarion and Brockway.
Be nice if they get about half of this. They might consider going on fourth down.
Out of the gun here is Hyman. Two receivers each side.
Everything's been deep so far. See what
happens. This is going to go shallow to Heffel, and he slipped. Heffel had a chance to cut it inside, and he slipped at the 46-yard line. Twice here on this drive, Central Clarion had big plays called back by penalties. They had the long pass to Heffel that came back. Or was that the last drive, Larry? That might have been the last drive. Right. And then this drive, they had the touchdown called back on the penalty, and now they're going to have to settle for a Daddies and Clarion punt. Logan Bish will be at his own 41-yard line to punt. Looks like it's Doherty at his own 10. Bish, this time it's a line drive, low kick, but it's going to take a Central Clarion roll inside the 10-yard line, inside the 10 to about the 8,
Great
it looks
kick.
like.
Great kick by Logan. But if you've never seen a kid kick a soccer ball, it's unbelievable how far he kicks it once from his goal line or goal position.
A little easier to kick a soccer
money back here. Why are they?
All right, folks, I think we're back live, and I apologize. The computer just stopped on us, and it went away, just completely went away on us, and I don't know why, but I think we're back, and what you missed was there was a safety here as Central Clarion sacks Aiden Patton in the end zone for a safety, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats, who will now receive the free kick.
It's something practice that Thursday. Practice getting a safety like that. You practice actually giving up a safety. And here's a situation where the kicking team's going to kick basically from, I thought it should be from the
20-yard line.
20-yard line. Well, they're lined up at 25.
Yeah, I don't know why they're lined up at the 25.
And it's a free ball after 10 yards. So the same rules apply here. Unlike a regular, you have to kick the ball on the ground from either on the ground or in.
All right, so they're moving them back now, Larry.
Right. But go through this rule is they can punt this ball, Chris. They don't have to kick it on the ground. And that looks like what they're going to do here.
So again, folks, I apologize for whatever happened there. The computer just told me, hey, I've got to restart. Nothing I could do about it. Just shut down and start it. So they're going to punt this. was Doherty punting, and it's fielded at the 39-yard line. And that is that Hepful?
That's Logan Bish.
That's Logan
number 10,
Bish.
senior.
And he'll be tackled at the 49-yard line, maybe?
I would say that's where he's spotting it, where I could see where at the 10. I could just see him.
So
Fish
Central
on the far side,
Clarion
too.
now up 2-0, and make sure that we actually have video here. I'm going to double check this.
There's something we can back to and review those plays at halftime, you think? We have it. Wing T here. Single wing.
So they're going to hand it off here to, that is number 8, and that is
Jalen Allison.
Jalen Allison, and Allison inside the 20-yard line.
Okay, what they did so well that time is that they handled Ben Yale that time. Before that, he had been breaking up that counter tray.
It's going to be all the way down to the 14-yard line, so they enter the Red Bank Chevrolet red zone.
One of these momentum turns, Chris, the 2-point safety. Dalen's kind of limping off the field here. Hope it's just a cramp.
So, Larry, I'm going to let you call this play here.
Okay, they're back in their wing team, wing right under the center. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout.
We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back here on the YDL Sports Network. 2-0 Central Clarion with 4:02 to go here in half number 1.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you. You'll always score a great deal on your mobile home and other home improvement supplies when you go to Tempa Supply and Service, located next to Showcase Homes in Ray's Corners, halfway between Clarion and Shippensville. Tempa Supply and Service is your one-stop shop for high-quality home parts, including doors, windows, furnaces, steps, and essential supplies.
Larry, while I do a couple things to make sure we're still on the air, I'm going to let you take some thoughts on what you just saw.
It'll be, we got 3:48. Brockway still has plenty of time. I think, from my perspective, I'd like to see Colin Weir get back into this offense right here, take a little bit of pressure off of Aiden Patton. It looked like the first series Brockway came down and threw the ball. The second series they kind of just ran the ball. Third series kind of went back to the pass. Let's see if they mix it up a little bit more this series of run pass.
So Schweitzer to kick. And it is fielded at about the 13-yard line by number 17, Cal Kennedy. And Kennedy up over the 40 to about the 43-yard line, maybe?
Outside.
No, actually the 47-yard line.
Outside defender on kicking, he has to get up on that sideline. He stays about 5 yards, especially when you have a kick coming into there. All right.
3:44 to go here. It is 9-0. Got to get that 9 up there for the Wildcats. Here we go, 9-0. Wildcats.
So 2-by-2 formation here by Brockway.
Patton out of the gun. Patton looking to throw. Patton rolling to his right. Wants to go downfield. Throws it downfield. Almost picked off by Burford.
Great coverage right there. That the intended receiver was Ben Bash right there, and Ethan just did a great job undercutting him that time. And of course, Ethan's a tall defensive back. In addition, he has some long arms. Coming out in the 2-by-2 formation with a gun right, and in the gun is Colin Weir to the right. Looks like they're coming blitz this time by Beckwith.
Patton checks his armband. Now we're going to get a timeout by Brockway. We'll take it with him. We'll be right back here on the YDL Sports Network. Watching high school football on the YDL Sports Network, listening on Bigfoot Legends.
Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippensville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
Back here after that Ross Becker insurance timeout. I do again, folks, want to apologize for the miss of a couple of plays there, including the safety. Like I said, the computer it flashed up a big warning sign that it said it needed to restart. Thankfully, Larry, it restarted really quickly, and we only missed a couple of plays.
Great job, you, Chris.
I didn't do anything.
You're the tech man, and we got a 2-by-2 formation with a gun left this time.
So looking to
coming pressure back.
Throw is Patton under pressure. He looks to throw deep. He lets one fly. He's got a man there, and it is broken up. Broken up.
That was number
that was Thalen Allison again.
Allison.
It was intended for Kale.
That's a pass that they actually got beaten on. Got beat on earlier by Brockway.
So we'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 here from the Brockway 47.
And Jackson Mirandovich, the safety, was back there on that play too. So we got 2-by-2 again, gun left. And look for that shallow route coming across there. He got pressure coming.
And they're going to take down Patton right out at the line of scrimmage.
And that was number 52 for the Central Wildcats, and that's Brant Parker. Again, he's a guy that each week seems to be getting better at that position. He had a really good sack last week against Punxsutawney.
So the Rovers are going to punt here. Another Daddies and Clarion punt.
So we see what...
that big play by the Wildcats brought to you by the Garage. The Garage, big play. There's a punt, nice punt, heading towards the sideline. We'll see where they mark it out of bounds.
Looks a bat.
They're going to keep walking. They're going to say it went out of bounds at the 25, so it didn't turn out to be quite as nice as I thought. Just a 28-yard punt.
Looks like Coach Knepp was right over there to tell him where it went out.
2:38 to go here in the second quarter, brought to you by Verichetti Holdings. 9-0. Central Clarion on a safety and a Hyman to Rex touchdown pass after the free kick following the safety.
And that was set up by a punt, Chris, and then a couple of really good defensive plays. And obviously, the pass rush by Central Clarion.
First down here in 10. Wildcats have, I do believe, still a timeout left. Maybe two of them. And here's Rex. Rex on a counter. Rex running over somebody and then running out of bounds at about the 29-yard line after a gain of 4.
Yeah, and he really could have been tackled at the line of scrimmage. You know, he just does a nice job of what I call pace running, slowing up, setting up his block.
They're going to actually call that the 30.
So we had to give him 5.
Looked like they were going to put him out at the 29, but they said he got out at the 30. And the important thing is, Larry, he got out of bounds there, so it stops the clock at 2:31.
Right.
Second down here. Carrier Insurance, second down. Carrier Insurance wants to wish number 53.
Well,
Brendan
this is a
Carrier,
great
good luck.
opportunity to go after Ethan right here, right now. They do not have safety help over the top.
And now we're going to get a whistle, and I think Jake Heigl.
Call timeout.
Maybe? I think so. Oh, so it was going to be a timeout Central Clarion. That's their final timeout. We'll be right back here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media's Bigfoot Legends.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Back here after the Ross Becker Insurance timeout, teamrossbecker.com. That's BACHER. Locations in Seneca, Corey, and Northeastern. Larry, that's a terrible way to have to use your timeout there because the play clock's running down and you have to use your last timeout.
Now they're moving to
third and 5, looking to throw is Hyman. He throws it over to Burford. Burford's going to have a first down and out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of the Wildcats.
There was just double outs at that time to both Bish and Burford. They've got Logan Bish in there, the other receiver, the Z-back position.
Will be a Tennessee Builder Supply first down at the 43. Still 2:25 to play here in the first half. 9-0 Central Clarion in the lead.
But I'd love to see something with Rex coming down, holding the safety, and coming back out here to Burford.
Looking to throw his Hyman. He's under trouble. He throws it, and it is incomplete.
Heavy pressure by none other than number 50, Mr. Maddox.
Decker?
Mr. Maddox Decker. I think he's deserved, Mr. Maddox, as many sacks as he's been getting.
He's second down now and 10 from the 43. Carrier Insurance second down for the Wildcats.
Clock is stopped.
2:17 left in the first half.
Okay, back over here. We got Dexter safety over the top of Rex and Burford.
Throw downfield. Throws into traffic, incomplete, and bring up a third down now. And now all of a sudden, momentum could be switching back to Brockway with lots of time left here in the first half. Is
one thing you don't want to do is just make a throw to make a throw here. Make sure that
they're going to go 2 receivers to each side.
I honestly
sidecar to the left of Hyman. He goes back to throw.
Get it out.
Throws it downfield, and that is Burford tiptoeing the sideline. Believe that's Burford over there. No, that is Logan Bish tiptoeing the sideline over there. So Bish looking like an NFL receiver over there.
To be honest with this kid, I watched him
It'll be at the Brockway 46-yard line. Tennessee Builder Supply first down.
He is an athlete, and he's got good speed also.
Senior at North Clarion High School, first year playing football. So they're going to bring Burford to the near side. Bish is the receiver along the far sideline. Back to pass is Heinman. Steps up in the pocket. Looks to throw downfield. Looking for Rex, and it was broken up there.
Risky pass there.
I think that was Faith on the coverage.
Still got plenty of time. 2:01 left. 2nd and 10.
Central Clarion at the Brockway 46, leading 9-0.
They can actually still run the ball here. Get back up to the ball.
What do you think Bish's field goal range is, Larry?
I'm going to guess around the 20.
So about
not
30,
20 yards. I mean, if they start getting
about a 37-yard field goal.
Yeah.
So they got about 15 yards to go still, or 25 yards. And now Hyman gets out of a sack. He's running downfield. He's across the 45 to about the 42-yard line.
You shouldn't have to spike the ball here.
There's no reason to be in a panic. There's still a minute 48 to go.
Nope. Get the play in. You got plenty of time. 1:44. It's 3rd down.
It's at the 42-yard line. They're going to hyry up to the line.
Hyman's
going to take the snap. He wants to go downfield, and he is sacked. And guess who it was? It was Maddox Decker.
Mr. Maddox. Mr. Maddox.
He sacks him all the way back at the 48-yard line of the Rovers. A loss of 6 on the play.
Now running the clock down. You either force Brockway to use the timeout here.
A little surprised the Rovers aren't using a timeout.
And I would even take a penalty here if I had to.
So Bish will be into punt. It's a Daddy's and Clarion punt.
They could take this down into almost 50 seconds.
Bish gets it away. Ooh, and then it inadvertently, I think, no, they're going to say it didn't touch him. It went out of bounds at the 16. I thought it touched a Central Clarion.
One of the changes that they made right there, they were having him punt a traditional way. He's never punted in his life, but now using that kind of soccer kick or rugby kick has paid pretty good dividends for Central Clarion.
48 seconds to go. Brockway is 84 yards from the end zone. I can't imagine they're going to do much here dangerous. But they are going to go in the gun with Patton. No back, so it's an empty backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Slot back to the left.
It's actually a dime defense. You got 2 deep safeties and everybody else.
That's going to be a flip pass here to... Well, can't tell who is the football. It is, I believe, Kale.
Or Kale.
And he gets out to the 25-yard line.
Kale. Again, no panic from Central Clarion.
So we gain a 9. 2nd down and 1 here. Out of the gun with 22 seconds on a running clock. Patton puts a man in motion. This time it's Doherty. He's going to flip to Doherty. Doherty's going to try to hit the edge. Doherty's going to get the first down and be driven out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
About 12 seconds left.
Central Clarion will give up that play all day long. So call him out at the Brockway 27 with only 12 seconds to go. Rovers do have a timeout left, but they've been playing it very conservative here. Be a 1st down and 10 at the 27. Again, if I'm Central Clarion, I'm just dropping guys back here. They can have the yards in front of me if they want. I'm going to put Doherty in motion again. This time they're going to flip it to...
That's that Hyman? No, who is that? That number 62.
That was to Weir, and it went nowhere, and that'll be the end of the half as he was dropped at the 23-yard line.
Brendan Bracken.
So that'll bring an end to our half with Central Clarion leading by a count of 9-0 thanks to a safety and a touchdown pass from Hyman to Rex. We're at the half here at Verichetti Field in Brockway on the YDL Sports Network and D9 and 10 Sports.com along with Bigfoot Legends Radio. We'll be back here in 3 minutes.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com. When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's are premier eye care facilities here in our Tri-County area. Their offices and eye care team are dedicated to providing excellence in patient care, eye education, and optical services. Dr. Greg Lineski is a leader in clinical eye care involving eye and vision disorders. Dr. Lineski takes the time to explain the results of your eye exam, describes your options, and listens to your eye care needs, because maintaining good eye health is an ongoing partnership at Wise Eyes of DuBois and St. Mary's.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Back here at halftime. Halftime show brought to you by Allstate Insurance, a David Jones agency with locations in Clarion and Meadville. You're in good hands with Allstate Insurance, a David Jones agency. Call the Clarion office at 814-223-4000. Let's take a quick look at our Jenny Montgomery Scott halftime statistics. For Central Clarion, Thalen Allison leads the way rushing, 2 carries for 39 yards. Ethan Rex, 7 carries for 30 yards. Rex also has 1 catch for 9 yards and a touchdown. Carter Hyman, 9 of 15 passing, 62 yards and a score. For Brockway, Aiden Patton is 8 for 14 for 75 yards. Kale has 3 catches for 56 yards for the Rovers. Weir, 2 for 17. As we take a look here at the team statistics through the first half, Central Clarion with 135 yards on 30 plays and Brockway 71 on 24 plays. Those are your Jenny Montgomery Scott halftime statistics. We'll be right back here on the YDL Sports Network and 7 Mountains Media in 3 minutes.
Family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local, We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours, Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107. Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Back here inside the Allstate Insurance David Jones Agency halftime show, part of Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends, 101.3 FM, 94.1 FM, 1300 AM, streaming at bigfootlegends.com. Let's take a look here at our halftime scores brought to you by Generational Wealth Management. Generational Wealth Management scoreboard shows Smethport all over Bucktail 32-6 in the second quarter. Clearfield 13, Huntington 7 in the second quarter. Kane was all over Otto Eldred 35-0 in the second quarter. Port Allegheny 20, Red Bank 6. That was a third quarter score. Carn City 19, Punxsutawney 0. That was a third quarter score. DuBois 42, St. Mary's 7. That was at the half. See if we can get you some more scores here. I feel like our scoreboard's a little lacking tonight. Okay, here we go. So Union AC Valley 6, Ridgeway 2 in the third quarter. Over in District 10, Conneaut 21, Northwestern 0 at halftime. General McLean 28, Corey 12 at the half. Eisenhower was leading Cochranton 7-0 in the second quarter. Erie 15, Hickory 10. Bit of a surprise there at the half. Fairview 42, Oil City 0 in the fourth quarter. Northeast 34, Franklin 0 in the third quarter. Grove City 14-0 over Fort LaBeouf at the half. Cambridge Springs 14, Iroquois 0 at the half. Meadville 28, McDowell 21 in the third quarter. Greenville 43, Mercer 0 at halftime. Mercyhurst Prep 13, Harbor Creek 7 at the half. Reynolds 38, Lakeview 12 at the half. Girard 21, Seneca 20 at the half. Slippery Rock 42, Sharpsville 0 at the half. Titusville 14, Warren 0 in the third quarter. Sagertown 27, Union City 3 at the half. Wilmington all over Grand Valley, Ohio 35-0 at the half. And then, of course, last night in District 9, Brookville defeated Bradford 49-27. We're going to step aside. We'll be back here in 3 minutes here on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends Radio.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local. We're knowledgeable. We have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here. You can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Craft beer, craft food, craft service. You get it all and more at Station 101 in DuBois. Whether it's a relaxing evening with friends at cozy family dinner or that special night out with someone unforgettable, Station 101 is the place where memories are made. Dive into a new American culinary journey where every bite is made with premium, farm-fresh ingredients. Quench your thirst with our impressive craft beer lineup, 12 brews on tap, over 120 bottles to explore. From the first sip to the last bite, Station 101 delivers an experience that's anything but ordinary. Station 101 in DuBois, PA, crafted for you.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Back here at the half, it's time for your Hunter Station Golf Course scoring summary. You too can score a great round of golf at Hunter Station Golf Course just outside of Tionesta. We had a scoreless game until the 4:49 mark of the second quarter. That's when Central Clarion came up with a safety. Larry, I was busy working on stuff. Who had the tackle in the end zone for the Wildcats?
I'm pretty sure it was Charlie Hepful.
And then after the free kick, a minute, 1 second later, Ethan Rex, 9-yard pass from Carter Hyman. And that's where we stand at the half, 9-0. It's time now for our Rehab Center second half adjustments. At the Rehab Center, they'll always make the right adjustment for you. Rehab Center, chiropractors caring for health. 3 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning. And Larry, for Central Clarion, what do they need to do in the second half?
First of all, my speech would be rather simple. Come back out. We got to play one play at a time. We've got the lead, but we're gonna look up being 0-0. It's going to be one of these games that's going to be 11 guys playing as one every play. Don't look back. Don't look forward. Play the play right now. You're a defense, hustle to the ball. On offense, stay on your block till the whistle blows. On the same side, basically almost the same side on Brockway, you're playing a solid game. I'd like to see them balance their run and pass a little bit more. And going back to Central Clarion, I think there's some early opportunities to go deep on the deeper pass, whether it's to, Logan Bish or to to our standard number 17, all conference Mason Burford. But when they get in that third down, they're kind of taking the middle, and that's where that one interception came from right there. I'd be very careful throwing the ball in the middle.
Those are your Rehab Center second half adjustments. Weiser's Wisdom, brought to you by DE Sports. We'll be back here in a minute and 30 seconds here on the 2 minutes and 30 seconds here on the YDL Sports Network and Seven Mountains Media. This is the halftime show, the David Jones halftime show, part of Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football. It's 9-0 Central Clarion over Brockway at the break.
Are you looking for fundraising ideas? Does your team need sports apparel promotional items? Maybe it's a team store you're looking for. Call or visit DE Sports Inc. on Main Street in Clarion. If you dream it, they make it. Call them at 814-226-4871 and like them on Facebook. Dave Eastad and crew will take care of you.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Why should you choose Nolf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Fairmont City? Why wouldn't you choose them? At Nolf, their sales are speedy and include upfront and straightforward pricing. If it's service and parts you're after, they have skilled technicians who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Maybe you need Nolf's full service body shop offering top quality collision repair to all makes and models of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Or do you want to cruise the highway in a clean, shiny vehicle thanks to Nolf's detailing service? No matter your needs, Nolf Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Fairmont City is there for you. Find out more at NolfChryslerDodge.com. Are you looking for fundraising ideas? Does your team need sports apparel promotional items? Maybe it's a team store you're looking for. Call or visit DE Sports Inc. on Main Street in Clarion. If you dream it, they make it. Call them at 814-226-4871 and like them on Facebook. Dave Eastad and crew will take care of you.
Back here on Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network, streaming live on 101.3 FM, 94.1 FM, 1300 AM. Also, Bigfoot Legends Radio for the audio. And again, folks, if you're joining us or you've been with us the whole game, I do apologize for the technical difficulties we had right there at the Central Clarion safety. Computer just decided to randomly tell me it had to shut itself down, and it just shut itself down, and there was nothing I could do but sit here and wait for it to restart. Just what you're dealing with on the on how this stuff goes. Sometimes it's just every time you think something's going to go right, Larry, something goes wrong.
Right. Chris, that was an interesting little story. When I first started teaching at Clarion area, one of the gentlemen I ran into is the great-grandfather of the Card and Hyman. And he proceeded to tell me he had been a football coach and out in Michigan, in fact, in the city of Detroit. And we had a retirement dinner at his house, and pictured on the wall was in the middle of a picture was Borvik. They named a football field after him.
So we're getting ready here for the AccuSure third quarter. AccuSure, the official insurance provider of the YDL Sports Network. So Central Clarion will receive this kickoff. Kickoff brought to you by Advanced Drainage Systems, ADSpipe.com. Want to shout out to Wise Eyes. Wise Eyes in DuBois in St. Mary's, mywiseeyes.com.
It's like Edison Basic. Is that how you pronounce his name, Chris? Kicker. Number 13.
Basic.
Basic.
So Basic will kick it off here. Dave for Clarion, Rex, and I believe that's Burford.
Yep.
Dangerous return man for the Wildcats. It's going to be Rex at his own 20. Rex cuts it to 30. Straight forward, just like he runs, to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, what he does at the end, right before he's to be tackled, he lowers his body. And he's probably put on a good 25, 30 pounds since last year. I know he kind of lives in the weight room. His dad, Corey, is kind of his weightlifting coach to make sure he's in the room.
So Central Clarion's breaking the huddle, and the officials haven't gotten the ball down yet. They're going to put it down at the 38-yard line. So the Wildcats will start here in the second half at their own 38, leading 9-0. Out of the gun is Hyman. He's going to hand it to Alex Love, and Love's got himself. I'm sorry, that's Rex. Rex has himself a hole up over the 50 to about the 45, but there's a flag down at the 40. And that's been the story of the night for the Wildcats. Every time they have a big play, it comes back on a flag. And this one's going to be a hold. Yeah. They're going to actually call that from the previous spot.
68?
Yeah, that would be
and that
Ian
was,
Hoke.
That's really on the backside of the play, away from the play.
Move them all the way back to the 28-yard line.
This obviously changes the coach's play call. 1st and 10 to 1st and 20.
So 1st down and 20. Out of the gun again is Hyman. This time he's going to hand it again to Rex. Rex following behind a block. Rex has some room. He's at the 40, the 45, the 50, across midfield, 45, knocked out of bounds at around the 40-yard line of Brockway. There are no flags on this one.
Really, same play. They're it's almost like an unbalanced look. They have a tight end and split on that side with the wing, and sure, Brockway's going to pick it up. I mean, they're just kind of outmanned number-wise.
Pickup of 31 on the play to the 41 of the Rovers. 1st down and 10. Tennessee Butterfly 1st down. Another handoff to Rex. Another big hill. Rex across the 35, cuts it in down to about the 33, 32-yard line. We'll see where the official mark is. It'll actually be marked all the way back to 34.
Great adjustment by the Wildcat coaching staff, Dave and his staff.
So 2nd down and 3. They're saying our cameraman up here telling us they're pulling the left guard there, Larry.
Yep, pulling the guard, yep. What?
Out of the gun here is, and here's another handoff to Rex, and Rex is going to have a 1st down and more. Rex across the 25. He's still going as he fights his way towards the 20, probably down at about the 21 or 22-yard line.
This full blocking that backside backer leads, but the big thing is they're outnumbering the Brockway defenders right there.
It'll be a pickup of 12 on the play to the 22. 1st down and 10. So all of this done on the ground here, even after the holding penalty set the Wildcats back to a 1st and 20. They obviously picked up on something at the half and made those adjustments. Now it's up to the Brockway coaching staff to
right at center. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys right there. They have 3 defenders.
Now they're going to hit it to Love. Love's got a big hole. Love's inside the 10. He'll be dragged down at about the 8-yard line. As Central Clarion enters the Red Bank Chevrolet Red Zone, you too can drive into the Red Zone with a great new or used car from Red Bank Chevrolet. They're at the 8-yard line, 1st down and goal, Wildcats.
Woody Hayes' philosophy here, run it again.
Yeah, just keep running it until Brockway says no more.
For those who younger people, Woody Hayes, legendary Ohio State coach.
1st down and goal at the 8. Love is the sidecar next to Hyman. They're going to hand it to Love. Love cuts it up. Love will fall inside the 5 to about the 4. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 4. It'll be a carrier insurance 2nd down for the Wildcats trying to add to the 9-0 lead here on the first drive of the Acrisure third quarter. Acrisure, the official insurance provider of the YDL Sports Network.
Bring Brady Guth out. Looks like they're going to do their beefed up backfield here.
Rex and Love will flank Hyman out of the gun. Hyman will take the shotgun snap and he'll hand it to Rex, and Rex has the hole, and Rex is in for his second Tempa touchdown of the game. Tempa supply and service.
That's that stack, what I called that stack offense to you. You had number 14, Briggs Beckwith lined up behind, in between the guard tackle spot. Then on top of that, you had Charlie Hepfel, and then you give it to none other than the big guy, Ethan Rex, to run it in.
Bish on to attempt the extra point to make it 16-0. Snap, hold, kick. It is good. And the Wildcats take a 16-0 lead with 9:18 to play here in the third quarter. We'll be back after these messages here on the YDL Sports Network and Bigfoot Legends.
Creating champions is what we do at the Garage in Shippenville. The Garage is Clarion County's premier indoor hitting and pitching facility, offering one-on-one instruction to athletes of all ages. Join one of our group sessions now by contacting the Garage at 814-918-2123. And did you know the Garage is more than just about baseball and softball? We now have the True Golf Simulator where you can hone your game all year round. Like the Garage on Facebook today.
So a 6-play, 62-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 35 seconds to start the second half.
A great drive for momentum, but not only that, with the score now 16-0, it's making Brockway's offense a little more one-dimensional. I still believe they can run the ball. I mean, even though they're down by 16. But I'm sure on their side they believe they need to catch up in a hurry.
Ridgeway now up 9-6 on Union AC Valley. So Danny Schweitzer will kick it off here for Central Clarion. The kick will be a short one, taking it about the 13-yard line. But nice coverage by the Wildcats at about the 25-yard line.
I always love seeing it. It got 5, 24, 25, 20. I may have missed a few. Got Love in there, 32.
I'll put it down at the Brockway 23-yard line. That's where the Rovers will take over. Now trailing. Well, they're actually going to put it at the 25. The officials tonight are liking the straight-on lines.
Here you come out in trips.
So Patton will have Weir as his sidecar. 3 receivers as Larry said will be to the right. Single receiver to the left. Weir will be to the left of the quarterback. Patton going right to left on your radio screen. Little short pass.
Okay. Briggs Beckwith didn't make the tackle, but he forced him to make a quick cut in where Hepfel come in and cleaned up on it.
That was Kale, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 24-yard line.
Central Clarion used that 3-3. They're bringing
back to
Love
throw
on
is
that.
Patton. Patton in trouble, running, trying to be chased by Hyman. Throws it, and he throws it at the feet of Weir, and it'll be 3rd down and 11.
Aiden just not getting a lot of time to pick up his receivers.
Central Clarion now out gaining Brockway 207 yards to 78.
Although I will say he's one of these quarterbacks that does a good job reading on the run. He's demonstrated that over and over again.
So out of the gun is Patton. Height formation for the Rovers on 3rd down and 11. Boone's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down, 8:29 to go, 3rd quarter, 16-0 Central Clarion. Patton takes the snap, wants to throw it. Looking, still looking. Now he's going to throw it downfield. He's got Doherty, and he underthrows him. Had Doherty at about the 45, threw it to about the 42.
Yeah. Caleb broke open just at the last moment there.
I'll bring up a 4th down, and you'd assume it's a Daddy's in Clarion punting situation. You'll never have to punt on dinner when you go to Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion. Not only did they have my pasta fagioli, they also had this Chicago beef this week. it just melted in your mouth.
The Rossetti Pasta Fagioli.
Just pasta fagioli.
Yes.
So Doherty to punt here. The Brockway Italians know what I'm talking about. Doherty's punt will roll out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
Decent field position start for Central Clarion. Remember, Chris, my wife's Italian.
I'm not saying you don't know,
Yeah.
Larry. I just know that we don't have a lot of Italians in Clarion County, but there are a lot of Italians over here in Brockway. And there's a few Italians. There's Rossetti. There's Bevavino.
The Teresa's.
Yeah, the Teresa's.
Oh, my God, the legendary Teresa's.
Well, one of them owns Daddy's, of course, Dana.
Oh, you got Rick and Henry. You got a long line of the Teresa's.
Got the Chericos. At least I
Yes,
assume
yes.
Cherico's Italian. So out of the gun here is Hyman. Rex in the
Here's this one-on-one opportunity I talked
takes
about.
it, and then this time Brockway adjusted well
Yes,
to
they
it.
did.
And number 55,
Whoa.
Blake Mowry with the
Whoa,
tackle, and then there's a
whoa.
lot of after the
We're gonna
whistle
get-
stop, and
gonna be
a
15
flag
there.
goes down.
Mr. Doherty, who is this?
And we
think
seem like
that's
we have
Colin.
a cramp here as well on the running back.
Colin was getting blocked down the field, blocked down the.
We'll find out. We'll wait and see what the call is here, Larry.
Oh, I see what the call. I knew what the call is.
Well, what's the call?
Unnecessary roughness
On who?
on Brockway.
Work on.
Jaime, without saying the kid Brockway's name, he got blocked down the field, and then when he get up, he turned around and he pushed in front of the official, Hayden Hyman.
If that's Rex, what Ethan was telling me today was that, he had some leg issues this week, which is why he didn't practice much. So this might be more than just a cramp situation as he gets up very gingerly. So it's an after the play, personal foul.
See, Chris, I got my black and white license tonight.
You did. So I'm going to move that all the way to the.
By the way, let's put in an advertisement for people to become a PIAA official.
Personal foul on Brockway. We'll move the ball. Well, they still don't know where they want to put the ball. They finally mark it down at the 46-yard line of Brockway. We have first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Boy, that's tempting over here, one-on-one. I'm just looking
Love
at
is
this.
now in the running back spot, but Hyman's going to keep it himself, and that
Yeah.
was not a good decision. That's a Larson's play for a loss.
Yeah.
You can take that pay, throw it in the trash, and Larson's Garbage Service will come and haul it away for you. Larson'sGarbageService.com.
They may be a garbage service, but that Larson family was anything but garbage. They were tremendous athletes.
Knocked down at the 47-yard line. Brad went on to be a long snapper at St. Francis. Thus the reason the commercial says that you don't know that you need a good long snapper until you don't have one.
There it goes. Oh,
They
they're
look
gonna
to
hit you.
throw it, and it's a hitch, and it's incomplete. As throwing it into the ground there was Hyman, and that'll bring up a third down and 11.
And there was good reason he had to throw that a little bit earlier than he wanted to. He didn't get his feet. That was Mr. Maddox.
Maddox
Maddox Decker.
Maddox Decker, yeah. Maddox Bennett. Maddox Bennett is a soccer player, not a football player. Basketball player. Maddox Bennett, good basketball player at DuBois High School, going to West Liberty. Son of head coach Dave Bennett.
All right, now they're bringing the safety over real fast.
Third down and 11. Back to throw. Going to go short here to Love. Love's going to try to make a man miss, but that man is Kale, and he trips him up at the 44-yard line after a gain of just 3, and that'll bring up a fourth down and 8.
That was great defense there. But there's something that I've been talking about, the growth of Carter. He kept his eyes down the middle of the field, then at the last moment he threw it out to the running back. And that play's worked very successful earlier. One got called back with a holding penalty.
So Bish will be on to punt. Bish's fourth punt of the day. averaging 36.7 on his first 4. Good snap.
Here it
Bish
comes.
rolls, punts it high, and it's going to bounce at the
Oh, he's
10
got
and
that-
take a sideways bounce back to about the 13 or 14-yard line, which is where Brockway will take over. With 6.5 to go here in the AccuSure third quarter, they trail Central Clarion 16-0. The market, it looks like at the 14.
Yeah, I would hope Central Clarion gives him an opportunity to run a fake out of that. Gets a chance to read that corner running with that wide out.
So Union AC Valley has now taken the lead on Ridgeway. They lead that game 13-9. Here it's 16-0 in favor of Central Clarion. It'll be first down and 10 at their own 14-yard line for the Rovers. So Patton will be in the gun. He'll be flanked by Weir. 2 receivers to each side. Patton hasn't had a lot of time to throw. He hands it to Weir, and Hayden Hyman blows it up.
Right. Oh, my.
Hyman comes in from his defensive lineman spot and just blew that play completely up for a loss of 1 back at the 13. So it's another Larson's Garbage Service loss on the play.
Great read.
What Hyman did there was it was a wise eyes read.
Right.
You'll always see the field great when you go to Wise Eyes in DuBois and St. Mary's.
Very good.
Back to throw. Patton wants to go deep. It's one-on-one coverage, and he overthrows his receiver, Cal. Central Clarion's done a great job of taking away Doherty here, and it was one-on-one. Cal and was that Allison over there?
That's Dalen Allison, yes. Other than that first play, he got beat. He's done a pretty good job defending their.
So that carrier insurance.
A lot of one-on-one coverage there.
That carrier insurance second down play goes nowhere. That'll bring up a third down. Carrier Insurance wants to wish Brendan Carrier good luck tonight. CarrierInsuranceCares.com.
Central Clarion coming in this dime look right there, covering man-to-man.
Back to throw is Patton. He's in trouble, being chased down, and Heinman with some help on the play from big number 53, Brendan Carrier, who we just got done talking about.
Yep.
All the way back at the 5-yard line is where that sack took place. So Carrier and Hyman were in there on that sack, and that'll be back at the 5-yard line where it'll bring up a 4th down and another punting situation as Doherty now punting out of his own end zone.
Could get filled,
With
great field
basically
position.
his feet on the end line. We'll see if Central Clarion comes after this. I'll not be surprised they come after this.
Oh, they have a shot.
And almost getting to it, but it'll be a rolling punt that Burford will have to field it at own 45. Brockway with nice coverage with it. Burford breaks through. He's at the 35, the 30, the 25. He cuts to the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. It's a touchdown for
Central Clarion.
For Central Clarion and Mason Burford. I almost called him Ethan, but it was Mason who returns the punt. 55 yards for a touchdown and a 19-0 Central Clarion lead. It's a Tempa touchdown for Mason Burford.
Great setup right there. He made the approach down the left side of the line. The kicking team converged, and he broke it back out to the right. And then we talked about his speed. Right there was a great example of it.
So now Bish on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Briggs Beckwith, and Brockway, I thought, jumped offside. They didn't. The kick is up. That kick is good. And Central Clarion now leads 23-0 here on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10sports.com. We'll be back here after this message.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
So, pair of third quarter touchdowns has Central Clarion up 23-0. If you're wondering what Tempa is, Tempa parts and supply and parts next to Showcase Homes in Marianne. All your home parts and supplies. Stop by today at Tempa Supply, and it's owned by the Burfords. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I mentioned about Mason getting that touchdown there. Here's the kickoff by Schweitzer. It is taken at the 5-yard line. I believe that's Kennedy, and Kennedy's going to be up over the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
Well, Papa Pat Kale ought to be happy there. That's Billy Kale. Pat's son making the second kickoff tackle. He's right down there. Made the last half and made this one. Number 25, Billy Kell.
At the 27-yard line. So that's where Brockway now trailing 23-0 will take over with 4:34 to play here in the AccuSure third quarter on Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network and streaming on Bigfoot Legends. Out of the gun is Patton. Patton looks to throw, throws it short, and that is blowing completely up.
I think that's 14.
That was Carter Hyman that made the catch. Carter Himes, I'm sorry, that made the catch. He loses 7 on the play.
That made the tackle.
Yeah, but it was Carter Himes that made the catch, is what I was meaning, Larry.
Right.
Stopped way back at the 20-yard line for a loss of 7. That is a definite Larson's garbage service play for a loss that you might want to
textbook tackle. Yes,
might want to pick that up, tear that one up, shred it in the shredder, then throw it in the garbage, and then call Larson's to come haul it away. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 17. Carry Insurance 2nd down. Patton looking to throw. Patton's in trouble. He's just going to throw it up there, and it is tipped and almost intercepted, and there's a flag down. And
they're going to call interference.
They're going to call interference, and Larry, I haven't been very critical of a lot of calls this season. I don't like that call. I didn't think there was anything there that warranted an interference call.
Everybody was going for the ball. You're close to the sideline over here to begin with, Chris.
It was right in front. It was right in front of me, Larry. Again, I get it. I'm not down there.
I'm not sure he was even over there.
Yeah, 22. I don't even think 22 is on the. He's not even on the. Oh yeah, there he is. He's there, but
yeah,
I don't think that was him at all. It's not an automatic first down though in high school football, so it'll be still 2nd down and 2. But I didn't think there was any interference there, Larry. I just didn't think so. But again, what do I? I'm not down there, so I'm gonna defer. But I just didn't think it was interference in front of me.
Well, since I heard my officiating license early, can I make the call?
Yeah. And now Central Clarion jumps offside. Beckwith jumps offside, and that'll give Brockway at Tenesta Builder Supply 1st down.
That's what you call a mental error. All the players were going for the balls, what I saw, Chris.
I saw the same thing you saw, Larry. So they'll put the ball for Brockway, but now if you're the Rovers, you've got to take advantage of that call. If you're Brockway, you've got to find a way to get down and score a touchdown here. You're not out of this game. You're only down 3 scores, 23-0, the couple of 2-point conversions in there, but you're still only down 3 scores. So you got a break. Now you've got to take advantage of that break if you're the Rovers. If you're Central Clarion, last week the breaks, when they didn't go against you, you didn't react as well as you would have liked. We'll see if they can react a little better tonight. And they're going to pitch this one to...
That's going nowhere.
I think that's Kale, and Kale is... No, that's Carter Himes again, and Himes is just wrapped up by Alex Love.
Right. You know, Alex is not a big soul. I'm going to put it that way. Man, that kid plays with heart and desire.
Loss of 4 in the play. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Another Carry Insurance 2nd down. Brockway is going to have to push the ball downfield, Larry. They're not quick enough for this Central Clarion front 7.
To do that, he's got to get back to his quick 2-step because there's just so much pressure coming in. They're playing a 3-3, and they're occasionally bringing a backer, which brings a 4-man rush.
And now we've got another whistle on the play as
Yeah,
this
it's,
game has started to get into
May not have been set long enough.
delay of game. So delay of game on the Rovers. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 19 from the 31. Hey, remember, on the football field, you don't have representation, but in real life, you have Zunder and Associates. Zunder Law, ZunderLaw.com. Mike Jewett and company at Zunder Law will take care of your legal troubles for you. Going to put Doherty in motion. Patton's going to look to throw. Looking that way, and it is tipped. That is Carter
Tipped by
Hyman again.
Hayden,
yeah. Hayden.
The
Hayden,
senior.
Yeah, the older of the two Hymans. I apologize.
Senior going
Hayden.
to Slippery Rock. Unless he changed his mind, but last I knew he was going to Slippery Rock. Old Papa Bear Hyman, he was an outstanding D and offensive lineman for us back in the 90s.
So how about Punxsutawney, which was trailing 19-0 against Carson City, came back and I do believe won that football game, Larry.
Wow.
Out of the gun here is Patton. He's looking to throw. He's in trouble. Now he steps up, throws it deep, and he throws it into no man's land. Incomplete. Intended for Cal Kennedy.
Yep.
And now we have a flag down behind the play, though, around where the quarterback was at. So
generally
is it holding or was it roughing the passer? Well, it looks like it's going to be. They're looking over to the Central Clarion sideline. I would imagine they declined it. It's going to be 4th and 19.
Absolutely.
Can't see any reason why you'd accept this penalty.
Illegal block below the waist.
Poor referee's having trouble with his mic. We know what that's like. We had trouble with our mic a few times, too.
A few times.
Allowing up a 4th down and another punting situation.
My son Ryan's keeping us abreast tonight. He says he can hear us now.
That's a good thing. So they're going to send Doherty back to punt. His last punt was returned 55 yards for a touchdown. This punt is bobbled by Burford at the 35, and that's going to pick it up, though, and return it out to about the 45 still.
Right.
Going to call him down at the 44-yard line. So Burford that time had a little bit of trouble picking it up.
Fumbled the ball, but I like to bet he caught the ball to begin with, and he was able to get back on it and still pick up about 5 yards.
It'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Wildcats at the 44-yard line.
It's a great opportunity to maybe just open a little more of your playbook here. It's kind of that unbalance that I was talking about.
It's
overload.
That final score, Punxsutawney 22, Carson City 19. Chuck stay undefeated as that ball is incomplete from Hyman.
Incomplete too.
So down 19-0. Punxsutawney rallies to stun Carson City in Carson City 22-19. Brandon Snyder has that Chuck's team playing well. Larry, we might have the second coming of that. They're playing twice this year, and I think we've got that one on October 17th.
I know they were pretty excited. 10 seniors coming back in this team. And some really
Here's a handoff to Rex back in the game, and Rex will fight his way across the 45 to about the 48-yard line.
And that was Butters, Cash Butters.
Call him down at the 48-yard line of the Wildcats, so bring up a 3rd down and 6.
I like this. Well, I think miscommunication.
Incomplete pass there.
Thought they were going to throw a hitch, and sometimes that's a read between the receiver and as a rule, we used to just have a signal. We would make a fist to go deep, open our hand if we were going to do a hitch or hit a skinny post.
So it's now going to be a punt by Bish here with 1:45 to go in the third quarter. Bish's punt, it's a high one. It's going to bounce at the 20 and then take a sideways roll and then a little bit of a Central Clarion roll inside the
and Heppel was
20 to about the 17, maybe the 16.
Heppel was trying to create a tornado there and to get the ball to move a little bit further.
So Brockway will take back over at their own 17, still down 23-0 on the minute 34 to go now here in this Acrisure third quarter. Been a long third quarter, Larry. Couple of touchdowns by the Wildcats, a lot of throwing by Brockway that have not gone much. Rovers are actually now down to 50 yards of total offense. Remember, they were up at 78. Now they've at 50 yards of total offense. They're going the wrong direction.
Well, the game's has dictated, the score's kind of dictated the offense they need to run here.
Looking to throw. They're going to throw it over here to Ben Bash, and Central Clarion again all over that.
I mean, why aren't those passes working right now? Well, Central Clarion's in a press defense right there. So the receiver that's coming back on this quick screen to catch the ball, the defender's right there, and they also have a safety over top of that. So it's kind of a dime package is what I used to call it.
So pickup of 2 out to the 19. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Carrier Insurance 2nd down. Out of the gun is Patton. He'll take the snap. Back the throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
And the ball
is loose, and I do believe it's going to be a touchdown for Central Clarion, and it is a touchdown. Is that Hyman there? Can't tell who recovered it.
I'm trying to get it here. Is it 60?
It was Hayden Hyman with the fumble recovery after the sack at the 2-yard line.
52.
Brant Parker with the touchdown. Okay,
yes.
Brant Parker with the Tempa touchdown. So Bish on to kick the extra point.
Hyman's obviously the guy that had him in his grasp, and then
29-0 now is Bish on to kick the extra point.
And Coach Louder, his staff have got to be pretty happy on that defensive side. And I don't mean to take away from head coach Davey Eggleton. He's the linebacker coach, and he's got 3 pretty good linebackers there.
We're going to step aside here. We'll be right back here on the YDL Sports Network.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
So we're back after that defensive touchdown by Brant Parker on the fumble. Did you happen to get who had the sack there, Larry?
That was Hyman, I thought, had the sack.
So the Central Clarion defense has been all over Brockway in this game. I said Brockway had 50 yards. I meant 150. They're at 131 now after that sack, and I just misread it.
Got Danny Schweitzer kicking off here.
Schweitzer's kick will go to Kennedy at the 8. Kennedy cuts at the 20, and we'll go down at about the 24, 25-yard line.
It was number 8. That was Dalen Allison.
Put him down at the 25-yard line. So that's where the Rovers now trailing 30-0 with 38.3 seconds to go here in the Acrisure third quarter. We'll take over.
Central Clarion, they have number 52. We just talked about scoring Brant Parker. He's the left defensive end. Hayden Hyman's the right defensive end.
Back to throw is Patton. He'll throw it out here to Carter Himes, and Himes will be over the 30.
And that was a little bit better because I talked about these outside receivers that are on the line of scrimmage are being jammed. In that particular case, the receiver that was being jammed was able to get released, take the corner down the field with him, which gave some room for that receiver that was off the line of scrimmage to do that quick out route and allowing Aiden to get that ball away quickly.
Got it to the 33, so a pickup of 2 on the play. Or, I'm sorry, pickup of 8 on the play, and it's 2nd down and 2. Now we're going to have the quarter come to an end. We'll be back here on the YDL Sports Network and 7 Mountain Media's Bigfoot Legends. At the end of 3, it's Central Clarion 30, Brockway nothing.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695. A good garbage company is like a good long snapper. You don't realize you need one until you don't have one. For a great, dependable garbage service in Clarion County, nobody does it better than Larson's Garbage Service. Locally owned and active in the community for over 50 years, Larson's offers flat rates that are easy to understand with no hidden fees and no contracts. Find out more at larsongarbageservice.com.
Back here as we go to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Best Wealth Management. Best Wealth Management will help you plan for the future. Plan, invest secure with Best Wealth Management. BestWealthMGMT.com.
Now, for both these teams trying to get playoff spots, Chris, I'm right that Brockway moved up into AAA this year.
Yeah, well, no, last year. They were the
Or last
AAA
year.
champions last year.
Yes, that's right. Here comes.
And that is an incomplete pass.
You know, what forced that to be incomplete was number 32, Alex Love. He came in and really got in the face of Aiden as he's going to throw the ball. But I like the routes that Jake's calling here right now.
Larry, I want to let you take this play real quick here.
Okay. They have trips left. We got a drag route coming across there.
They've got the receiver. That's Doherty.
Doherty coming all the way from the other side. There's an example of what I talked about earlier about this young man's ability to scramble and still throw the ball as he scrambles. They're big pickup for Brockway.
Cross midfield to the Central Clarion 40-yard line. And Larry, now I know why I was all confused with the stats. I had said that fumble happened at the Central Clarion 2, and it was a 98-yard return instead of a 2-yard return.
Okay.
So back to pass here is Patton. Patton pressures. Patton still looking. Patton still looking. Patton is going to be sacked now by Hyman and Love, I do believe.
I got Hyman
and Love. Yep, Hyman and Love.
That's a half and half sack.
Or if you're Rich Herman and you're at the college level, each of them gets a full sack.
I think that's what it should be.
Back at the 46-yard line of the Wildcats, a loss of 6. Tell you what, Larry, Hayden Hyman's putting down a heck of a down payment on our player of the game.
He sure is. And this game subbed him right there, which I think is good to develop some depth, especially those positions where, like, you got a guy like Hyman really doing.
Now we're going to get a delay a game, I think, or a timeout. Timeout.
I just want to finish that point is that you got players on that offensive defensive line. They have to play every play.
We'll be right back here on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
We are back here at Verichetti Field in Brockway, 30-0. Central Clarion with 10:55 to go here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by Best Wealth Management. Larry, you were just talking right before we went to break there.
Finish the point. Offensive and defensive line are making contact with somebody else every play. And so they're pushing somebody around the field that's 200 pounds, 250 pounds.
Patton back to throw. Patton wants to go deep. He's got Carter Himes, and it's over his head, incomplete.
Over his head and out of bounds on that.
Now 14 of 27 for 100 yards is Patton.
Boy, one of the teams that just threw that fade so well was Dave Moore, Mike Brown's teams, Red Bank teams. They threw that fade so precisely over the years. I mean, just quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. Chris.
Bring up a 3rd down and 16. Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down. Back to throw is Patton. Again, pressured out of the pocket, rolling to his left, throws it downfield, and it hits his receiver Bash, and he drops it at the 38. He would have been still about 8 yards shy of the first down, but it would have been a manageable 4th down.
Unfortunately, he went to run with the ball before he caught it.
So it's 4th and 16, and Brockway looks like they're just going to punt it away here. Rovers are just going to punt it. Now, I don't see it is Doherty back there to punt. Daddy's in Clarion punt. Doherty's 7th punt of the game. 64 total yards of offense, including negative 36 rushing for the Rovers. And almost getting to that one were the Wildcats. And instead, it's going to be Rex at about his 15, and he'll take it out over the 15 to about the 20-yard line.
One thing Brockway has done well all night is their special team coverage. So
except on the punt return, except on the punt return
by Burford, right?
That went 55 yards for a touchdown.
That may have been what you call out-kicking the coverage there for that one.
So Central Clarion will take over at its own 20-yard line with 10:34 to go here in the Best Wealth Management fourth quarter. Stay tuned for our Shirey Overhead Doors post-game show. Hopefully this week we can bring it to you. Last week we had some technical difficulties. So now we have a new quarterback. Is that still Hyman? Still Hyman. And Hyman's going to hand it to Love, who cuts back and will get over the 20 to about the 22-yard line.
He is a nice 1-2 punch for Ethan. I mean, he's a completely different type of runner. He cuts well. He's quick. Not to say that Ethan isn't quick, but he's more of a power run-over type runner.
Give him 3 on the play out to the 23. So we rolled down to 10 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 30-0 Central Clarion on top. Wildcats led 9-0 at the half. Here's Love again. Love has a crease. Love still on his feet. He's over the 35, the 40, out to about the 43-yard line. Mark him at the 44. In this second half, Central Clarion's offensive and defensive lines have just dominated. Wildcats up to 172 rushing yards.
Some great adjustments at halftime for the Central Clarion staff.
Out of the gun is Hyman. He's going to keep it himself this time, and he's got some room. He's over the 50. Has a first down, I do believe. They're going to mark him out of bounds, I believe, at the 45 5-yard line of Brockway.
Again, that's one of those growth things. What I liked about Denny, he didn't hesitate. He ran his fake and he took off with the ball. So many times I've watched him early on in the earlier games that I've watched on film and the actual game we watched at Keystone, is he kind of hesitated, especially if he was in the hole. Now, I would like to still see him run a little bit lower, especially when he's about to be hit.
So that's a pickup of 11, and it'll be a Tonesta Butter Supply first down at the 45 of the Rovers. Out of the gun is Hyman. They're going to let him throw it this time. Hyman going deep. He's got Burford. Burford has it, and he steps out of bounds at the 13-yard line. And what do we have here? I'm not sure. The referee, is there a flag down?
Yep.
Referee.
They're going to call holding here.
Yep.
I guess they're giving his number anyways.
Got it on Beckwith. And again, that's been the one negative for the Wildcats tonight. They had a lot of big plays called back by penalty tonight. Six penalties for 55 yards, but it seems like every time they've gotten penalized, Larry, it's taken back a big play.
Right. It's been good pitch and throw that time. And anything I'd like to see a little bit more is to throw a little bit more inside towards the numbers, giving an opportunity to a receiver like Mason Burford catch it.
Going to hand it off to Love here. Love is going to turn up and be hit at the line of scrimmage and fight his way maybe for a quarter of a yard.
Leading that Xavier Schwentner.
Speaking of officials, his mom, Madonna, is a really good volleyball official.
Does he have a sister playing, or she's just number one fan?
No, she's an official, Larry.
Oh,
she's an
okay.
official.
All right. All right.
Larry's having a little trouble hearing me.
Well, I'm coming from volleyball to football. I got lost there in that dimension.
Constantly a big advocate of the profession, too. Also a great photographer. Here's a little pitch pass to Burford. Burford is going to get a couple yards up to about the 47-yard line.
It's well defended. I see number 55. That's Blake Mowry over there. Also, it looked like Cash Butters, linebacker over there.
Up a third down and 18. When you get backed up, Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning get you moving again. LutonsPlumbing.com. Special shout out again to Venango County. Your views of the field brought to you by Venango County. Don't forget Apple Fest coming up in Venango County. First weekend of October, and it doesn't conflict with Autumn Leaf Festival this year, Larry, so you can go over and enjoy Apple Fest in Franklin and then enjoy Autumn Leaf Festival a few weeks later. Going deep here again, separation, and then he underthrew him a little bit. That was was Logan Bish over there that time. Be fourth down, and Bish, I'm sure, will now have to run all the way back and go, thanks, coach. Now I got to punt. Going to make me run all the way down there, run all the way back, and then you're telling me that I got to go punt. So Bish will be in punt formation. Will be his sixth punt of the game, the 13th punt in this football game, Larry. That's easily the most we've seen all year. So Bish to punt.
That was a little bit different that time.
It's going to bounce at the 30 and take a Central Clarion roll inside the 20, still rolling, and it'll finally come to a rest at the 16-yard line.
Yeah. He did not do his little soccer or
37-yard punt. He's averaging 35.3. 7:21 to go here in the Best Wealth Management fourth quarter. 30-0 Central Clarion in the lead. Wildcats have scored 21 unanswered here in the second half.
Starting to see some fresh players. I see Mr. Billy Kell out there at linebacker right now. Looks like he's coming off the edge on a blitz. Just
Well, Weir with the carry.
Billy came in there. He just came in a little bit wide on his blitz.
Ball will be placed at the 20-yard line, so give him 4 on the carry for Weir.
Got 78 in there. Leo Karate. I think that's how you pronounce it. Leo Karate. Whoa.
Here's Weir again, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Well, maybe they're going to give him back to the line of scrimmage at the 20. So they will give him back to the line of scrimmage at the 20, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 after that carrier insurance. 2nd down play goes nowhere.
I know the score's 30-0, but I want to point out number 55 that this Blake Maurer, I've been pretty impressed.
For Brockway?
Yeah, for Brockway. He's done a great job of hustling almost every play. But watching him blocking and also playing defense, and he just never gives up on the ball.
So out of the gun is Patton. He'll hand it here to Weir. Weir will cut. No, he is dropped. That is on the tackle there, number 62, Brendan Bracken, at the 25, a yard shy of the 1st down.
That's one thing Central Clarion defense has done well, is taking Colin really out of the equation here tonight. They've done a good job containing him. He had some big runs last week, and the week before that when we covered Red Bank, Chris.
I think Brockway's going to punt here, Larry, and I don't actually understand why. It's 4th down and 1. You're down 30-0. You've actually picked up some yardage on your last couple of run plays. I don't know. Feel like you know what Caleb Doherty can do, as he heads this one high into the night sky along the sideline. Oh, and then a dumb play there by Central Clarion, and it'll ball at the 25-yard line. For some reason, Jackson Marinovitz reached up and touched the ball at the 35-yard line. Larry, can you even explain that?
I think that, yeah, it's called he's in practice. I mean, he just. How would you explain last week with what are the Steeler running back did Johnson? Right there's another example of it right there. Just was not thinking.
At all. But Brockway will take over here at the Central Clarion 25-yard line with 5:01 to go here in the 3rd. Colin Weir now in at quarterback. Oh, no, actually, it's Ben Bash in at quarterback, and he almost has his pass intercepted. So,
boy, big play almost. Number 14, Briggs Beckwith. There's a kid who's.
So can you give out an award when you win 30-0 in the locker room? Can you go, okay, Jackson, you get the Caleb Johnson Award? Yeah, you have to have fun sometimes.
That may be a new award in a lot of locker rooms. Yeah.
Now they're going to hand it off to Weir, and he's going to fight his way forward for a couple yards to about the 23-yard line.
I'll tell you what, I like this Love kid, I'll tell you. Alex Love, number 32.
Actually put him down at the 24-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 9. 4:40 to go on a running fourth quarter clock. Fourth quarter brought to you by Best Wealth Management. 30-0 Central Clarion. Well in command of getting their second victory. They'll move to 2-3. Brockway will fall to 2-3 on the season. So back to throw is Bash. He's got a man out there. That's Weir in the end zone. And
nope, it's incomplete.
Drops the ball. Or it was a little overthrown. It was one of the two. I couldn't really tell from my angle there.
But it also looks like it got knocked out. I think it was thrown in there. And I'm trying to.
I couldn't see from where I was sitting here. I'm blocked in that corner of the end zone, as is our camera.
And I think that's Dalen Allison made that knockout at the last moment.
Brockway will be at Keystone next week. Central Clarion will be at Carn City. So back to throw here is Bash. Looks the other side this time, puts it up in the air, and it is intercepted. It's intercepted in the end zone, and he's going to run it out. I do not see who that is yet. And whoever.
Is it Alex Love? I mean, it looks like him.
I don't think it was Love. I think it was actually Might have been Marinovitz, actually.
I'm sorry, folks. We just couldn't pick up the number that he was just hugged by all of his teammates, which is always neat to see. I know Coach Louder's pretty happy over there that his team's preserving that 0.
He'll be out to the 24-yard line. So with 4:03 to play here in the fourth quarter. Find out after the game who had the interception, but another big defensive play for Central Clarion. Hand this ball to Thalen Allison, I do believe.
Yes.
And Allison will
Can't
be up
miss those
over the
orange socks.
30. Up to about the 31-yard line, maybe the 32. We'll see where they put it down officially here.
And
31-yard line.
those who might be here listening on radio, it's 30-0. About 3:39 left on the clock. Central Clarion winning.
So Hyman's going to go under center here. And they're going to hand it to Love straight up the middle, and he's going to be met and dropped after getting maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a play that was successful last week for a couple big runs that Brockway's done a great job. And the play is, it's just, we used to call it 20 trap. It's just an inside trap. You trap the first guy outside the right guard.
I think I'm going to give him a yard there, Larry, out to the 32-yard line. And bring up a third down and a long 2. Man in motion. They're going to hand it to that man in motion, and that is, I do believe, Marinovitz.
Number 18.
Has a first down.
Jackson Marinovitz.
Marinovitz out to the 36-yard line for a Tennessee Builder Supply first down. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Jackson's mom is an East Forest grad. Larry, you know a little bit about East Forest. You guys are in a co-op with them in a couple of different sports.
I don't know a lot of the teachers up there, with the exception of a couple that I did have in school.
Well, you know Chris Pappas.
Oh, my God, yes.
You know B.J. Roth.
Absolutely. And I know somebody that's related to you.
Yeah, my wife is the school nurse there. And here's a handoff to Marinovitz again. And Marinovitz up over the 40 to about the 44-yard line. Give him an 8 on the
Marinovitz
play.
is a starting safety for the Central Clarion Wildcats.
Second down and 2, down to a minute 35 on a running fourth quarter clock. Fourth quarter brought to you by Best Wealth Management. Larry's going to head on down to the field to do our player of the game. As under center goes Himes. Going to hand it now to Allison. Allison cuts it over the 45, real close to the first down, but I think he's going to be about a half a yard short here. Bring up a third down and really short. Well, they're going to measure, I think, first. No, they're going to just give him the first down. Okay, they're going to say he has the first down at the 46-yard line. So first down run there by Thalen Allison as we now go under a minute to play. Click on when you get down there. So now in victory formation go the Wildcats, and they'll take a knee here. And Central Clarion will move to 2-3 on the year with a 30-0 win over Brockway. We'll be back with our post-game show after these messages on the YDL Sports Network, and Seven Mountains Media Bigfoot Legends.
All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving can do almost anything on almost everything. We're your one-stop shop for your custom needs. All American HQ Custom Apparel and Engraving. We can do almost anything on almost everything.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. As you approach retirement, it is important to accumulate assets and build a financial plan that can sustain your lifestyle during your golden years. While calculating the cost of your changing income needs can be daunting, our Retirement Income Evaluator can help you develop a roadmap for the future. To learn more, stop by our office located at 162 South 2nd Avenue in Clarion. Give us a call at 814-223-9990 or visit JannyClarion.com. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC. Why should you choose Nolf, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City? Why wouldn't you choose them? At Nolf, their sales are speedy and include upfront and straightforward pricing. If it's service and parts you're after, they have skilled technicians who are factory trained while offering knowledgeable parts experts. Maybe you need Nolf's full-service body shop offering top-quality collision repair to all makes and models of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Or do you want to cruise the highway in a clean, shiny vehicle thanks to Nolf's detailing service? No matter your needs, Nolf, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Fairmont City is there for you. Find out more at NolfChryslerDodge.com. We're back here. It's time for our post-game show brought to you by Shirey Overhead.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, Larry wanted to know if I can hear him okay, which I can. But it is our Shirey Overhead Door post-game show, Western PA's largest Rainer distributor. Call 814-275-2600 as we're looking for our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. And I think we're going on the defensive side today, folks. Defense in the line, actually. We'll have that for you here in a second. As the Wildcats are over there celebrating with their cheerleaders and their fans and thanking them, and we're going to wait here. I think we're going to have Hayden Hyman's going to be our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Yeah, here he comes. Hayden's coming across now to do the interview with Larry Weiser. We'll send it down to Larry here in a minute, and we'll zoom in on them as close as we got. There we go. So we've got Larry Weiser with Hayden Hyman.
Here. Probably not going to fit you. Hi, this is Larry Weiser. I'm with Hayden Hyman. He's going to be our player of the game, and we're going to start with a couple questions here, Hayden. Yeah. You know, coming off losing 3 tough games, and what was kind of the emotions around the field this week?
I mean, we knew that we had to get back to a caliber of play that we were happy with, and we weren't happy the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks. But we kind of just locked in at practice, decided that we might have a losing record right now, but that's not going to define us as our season. We can still be 500. We can still make the playoffs. That's our goal. So we're just taking it one game at a time and just making sure our practice is better and better every week.
You know, one of the things that was pretty obvious tonight, and you are among that defense that pitched that shutout tonight. What were some of the things that you worked on this week? Because that Brockway's been running the ball and throwing the ball pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, all respect to their line. They got five dudes, probably a 6th guy that comes in that's really good. They're probably one of the best lines we'll see in the league. So we just had the mindset of smash them in the mouth and play through their face, and I guess we did all right with that.
One question here. That sack down there, was that you with the sack that caused the fumble that ended up the score?
No, I was double teamed. So Brant Parker had single. He made the best of it, and he got the sack. So I was happy to hear his name called, not mine.
I think we gave you credit
Yeah.
for it. We're kind of up in the court.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Obviously, your dad was an outstanding football player at Clarion.
Mm-hmm.
Your grandfather was an outstanding player. But did you know that your great-grandfather, Borovic, had a football field named after him?
Yeah, I just heard that. It was a couple years ago. And I think that football runs in the family.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Awesome job. Hey, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That is our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game, Hayden Hyman of the Central Clarion Wildcats, 30-0 over Brockway here tonight. Let's take a look at our statistics for Central Clarion, brought to you by Janney Montgomery Scott in Clarion. Ethan Rex, 13 carries, 88 yards for the Wildcats, leading them on the ground. Carter Hyman, 11 of 21 passing, 67 yards, a touchdown and interception. Mason Burford, 4 catches for 33 yards. Rex had 1 for 9 with that touchdown. For Brockway, Colton Weir, 10 carries, 15 yards. Aiden Patton, 14 of 28 for 100 yards. And leading the way reception-wise was Colton Kale with 4 catches for 55 yards. Central Clarion outgaining Brockway 271 to 74. Now to take a look at our Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. You can score a great round of golf at Hunter Station Golf Club. Central Clarion took a 2-0 lead with 4:49 to go in the second quarter on a safety. Then Rex with a 9-yard touchdown pass from Hyman at the 3:48 mark. That's Carter Hyman, and it was 9-0 Wildcats, at the half. Then all the rest of the scoring happened in the third quarter. At the 9:18 mark, it was Ethan Rex with a 4-yard run. Then Mason Burford with a 55-yard punt return at the 4:42 mark, followed by, we believe it was Brant Parker with the fumble recovery in the end zone at 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. And that is your final score, 30-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Wildcats, again, are at Karn City next week, while Brockway travels to Keystone. Taking a look here at our scoreboard, brought to you by Janney Montgomery Scott. And of course, you can always go on, by Generational Wealth Management Scoreboard. You can always go online every Friday night and catch up the scores. Smethport 53, Bucktail 28, Claysburg, Kimmel 46, Kerwinsville 20, Clearfield 27, Huntington 14. That was late in the fourth quarter. Keystone was beating Montauk 54-0, the last score we had there. That was in the fourth quarter. Kane 56, Otto Eldred 24. Port Allegheny 36, Red Bank 6. Punxsy down 19-0, rallies to beat Karn City 22-19. DuBois 42, St. Mary's 13-8. Union AC Valley was up 13-9. Was that a final there? Final score. We believe that was a final score at 13-9 there. So that's your Generational Wealth scoreboard. That'll do it here from Brockway for Larry Weiser and for the first time on camera tonight, Keith Boffman. Special shout out for Keith coming down from Emporium to do the camera for us tonight. We might have him next week, as next week we're up in Bradford as Red Bank Valley takes on Bradford. For Larry Weiser and Keith Boffman, this is Chris Rossetti saying good night.